Welcome back, everybody. It's Monday night once again, which means it's Kureon time. We're back. It's all of us again this week. And we'll get right into it very quickly. But before then, we obviously have a few announcements. First of which is that I will not be here for the next 2 weeks. But have no fear, there will still be something happening. We're going to be having a couple of one-shots. And I believe, Lydia, you're doing one?
I mean, nothing was confirmed yet. You can't make me.
All right,
There's nothing on paper.
Nothing has
maybe.
been confirmed yet, but it's Lydia is probably going to be doing one, and Jamie is doing one.
I am doing one.
You are doing
as
one.
Told by DM.
That's right. You have no choice in the matter. So stay tuned to your screens. Oh God, no, that's terrible. Don't. No. Welcome back to the 90s, folks. No music on your end. Okay, well, we'll get right to that in a second. But aside from that, Susie has some announcements. And Susie, the music problem is on your end. Are you using Chrome?
No. I'll figure it out. But anyway, before I do, let's get the usual spiel over and done with. Mondays. Hello. It's Kureon, D&D 5e, you're here. We go from 8 till 11 GMT. Tuesdays, we have Grains of Truth, which is the Witcher TRPG, which is also from 8 p.m. till 11 p.m. GMT on this here channel. On Wednesdays, including this very Wednesday, we have a Bike Club, which is Curse of Strahd, Dungeons and Dragons, 5th edition, from 8 till 11 GMT. On Thursday, you can find me on twitch.tv/encounter roleplay, where I DM the viewer game Once Upon a Time, which is, you guessed it, Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. On Friday, you can find me again on Encounter Roleplay playing Achtung Cthulhu, which is the 2D20 version of Achtung Cthulhu, which is currently in development by Modiphius Games. It's not actually out yet. I'm playtesting it, where I'm a player. And on Sundays, you can find me on twitch.tv/webdm, where I play a vampire in the 80s in the Lost Girls, which is a cipher system game.
She keeps killing people.
I've killed one person on screen. Yeah, one person on screen.
And how many people off screen?
You don't know.
I do know.
Susie or as her character?
Potato?
A few. Although last week I did have a very good sort of booty call feeding session, which was good.
With a banker?
No.
No?
With a high school jock.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who ate the banker?
That was Emma. Because of course it was Emma.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, so if you want to catch up on anything we do here on the channel, head over to YouTube. That link will be in chat real soon. As for anything on Encounter Roleplay and WebDM, you will have to head over to their respective YouTubes, which are youtube.com/Encounter Roleplay and youtube.com/WebDM Plays. Otherwise, you can always follow us on our various social medias. I have a pinned tweet which details when and where I am and what I'm doing, and I also retweet links to everything we're all in anyway. So make sure to follow us on social media. And I'm going to stop talking now and hand over to somebody else.
And I'm going to continue with my usual stuff. It's coming closer to April, which is when we have our Underground Vaults game starting up again. So if you're near Edinburgh, or if you want to travel to Edinburgh, and if you want to play in an 18th century haunted underground place from midnight till 4 o'clock in the morning, when all the sane people and reasonable people are up, maybe have a look at the link, and I'll be DMing a special ghost-themed D&D version there.
Anything else? Anybody else? No? All right.
Apparently at some point I'll be running a one-shot. We've mentioned it, but there you go. I finally have something to say. I'll count it.
Jamie is also here, just to get that in there. Be sure to check out all of the other streams that are on, other streamers on this show right now, of course. Stevie, who is starting back up again with all of his streams. He's streaming some MTG Arena recently, playing Red Deck Wins like the scum lord he is. Yeah, yeah. Don't try and deny it. So, just before we get going, how's the music? Does everybody hear the music?
I've got it now.
Do you have it now?
I just had to do on Chrome instead of Firefox.
That's weird. Roll20 is a bit strange sometimes. They are just testing out their new music as well, so please bear with us. Technical difficulties, you blah, blah, blah. You all know this. Everybody else got it?
Yeah, I can hear it on Chrome.
Yeah? All right, cool. Who knows? It's an esotery is the entire thing. All right. So, last time, you arrived at the Isle of Barn. At the Cloudmane Archipelago, not specifically the Isle of Barn. You had been sent there by the prelate at the Temple of Cord, Stormcaller's Sanctum, in Rivermeet. More specifically, Gunn was sent there, and the rest of you tagged along because you had nothing better to do. And after making your way there by boat and having a lot of harrowing encounters, you met a strange, but seemingly friendly and quite chipper wizard by the name of Hagen, who said that he had basically scribed his way into knowing that you were coming here and thought that it was best that he was there as well to help you out. And after picking up your wayward traveler, you made your way inwards towards the Cloudmane Archipelago proper. And shortly after landing there on your small rowboat, you made your way into the jungles here, this dangerous landscape filled with plant life and wildlife and even the very earth itself that had acclimatized to the constant lightning storm around the area. And you were assaulted by strange beasts seemingly made completely out of lightning, which really dug deep into the party's resources right off the bat going into this. Multiple members were injured quite badly, as Lydia just mimed there. Namari is on 1 HP.
I'm on 14.
14, okay. It's 14 times 1 HP. But we begin now again, right where we finished. As the sounds of battle and the chaos of what happened fades around you, you find yourself here in this busy, near enough clearing part of the jungle here. That same smell surrounds you, although the height of the ozone is strengthened, but the smell of fresh rain and sodden earth mixes in with this smell of lightning all around you. The jungle here it's a clearing, but beyond that it is very thick, and the entire place is damp, drenched, and all of you are incredibly wet at the same time as well. But as you stand here now, you realize that in the chaos, you've sort of got turned around a bit, and you're not entirely sure which direction is where you came from, which direction you were going. Though you did not have too much of an idea of where you were going in the first place. You were just sort of following the islands inwards. So, beginning today, you have a choice of which direction you wish to go.
I would just like to sit here for a little while.
Yeah, I believe we were going to take a rest, weren't we?
Mm-hmm. If at all possible, I feel like that would be lovely.
Yeah, I've probably just looking at the mess my party are in. We should probably take a rest.
Oh, the mess your party are in. You're fine.
I've got 66 HP.
Oh, I'm on 66 HP too.
Yeah, out of how many though?
Out of 154.
84, because I just blinked out of existence a couple of times.
You did blink out of existence just a couple of times.
How the fuck are you having a wizard more? Never mind.
I mean,
I have very high constitution, almost as high as my intelligence.
For a good while there, I was at 69 HP.
Me too. What? We're children, you knew that.
Tristan, Song of Rest, my good dude.
Mm-hmm. I was just trying to remember at this level what dice it was, because it's not the same as inspiration.
Isn't it?
No, it's they progress separately. It's a D8, even though my inspiration's a D10 now.
Well, there we go. I learned something new today.
Yeah, it moves up again at 13th, I think. Everyone gets an extra 4 on.
Oh,
Nice. I am one shot of full health after spending 1 hit dice.
couldn't have an extra 3.
Nope.
I'm gonna have to have a lot.
Yeah, I didn't really do much in that last fight, so I'm kind of fine.
Did forget to give you all XP last week, so
Oh my
remind me.
god.
How dare you?
Oh,
Oh,
As a heads up, my arcane recovery is gonna return 1/3 and 3 first level, or 1/3 and 2 first levels.
no problem. You don't need to tell me that, but I appreciate it.
I love being a barbarian. This is so good.
Can I use more than half hit dice? Or is that
Yeah, you can use as many hit dice as you want. You can use
Okay.
all of them if you
just
want.
the regaining is?
You only regain half of your
Yeah.
hit dice. Yeah.
I might have to. Oh no, I might not have to. I forgot to add Constitution.
Oh, this is hard.
You can see the gears turning in everybody's head. Help! I can't do numbers.
I've been at work today. I've been looking at numbers all day. Cut me some slack.
No,
Okay. Don't then.
you chose to be here, Susie.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah. Blink twice if you're being held captive. All right, everyone sorted. Everyone healed up. Everyone done their short rest features. Made sure all of your magic items that recharge on a short rest are done. Everybody picked up their weapons from where they've thrown them. Good.
I
Yeah.
think the jungle is like too thick for us to see that mountain we were headed directly towards now.
You can, where you are right now, because of the canopy, it's a very heavy canopy. Unfortunately, you can't. So.
Okay. I just wanted to obviously clarify there wasn't a clear direction.
Yeah,
there.
it isn't like I don't know where we are. Looks to the left. Oh, this is that way.
How high is the canopy?
These trees, like jungle trees, very high. It's probably a good I'm talking 15 meters up.
What's that in proper? A lot.
It's like 3.5 feet to a meter. So
It's a good 6 or 7 people.
so 15. Let's do 15 times 3. That's what
45.
45 feet up.
Okay.
And these are
I could go up and see. Because I want the last item that I picked up today.
yeah, literally half an hour before stream. You're like, these magic items are the ones that Hagen has.
Yeah, sure, if you wanna.
Yeah, because we forgot last week.
We were in a bit of a rush last week. All right. So
So I'll run up the tree.
Hagen just walks up the tree. Just puts one foot on it and then
I have magical shoes.
just walks up the side of the tree. So as you get to the top, make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yep. Plus 18.
18.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought it was going to be great, but I'm not proficient in the saving throws.
So you take 8 points of lightning damage, half from 16, as you get to the top and being the highest thing around it, immediately struck by lightning.
That's cool.
As this crack of thunder echoes out and you are just bolted through by this streak of lightning. The rest of you see as leftover electricity sparks to the bottom of the tree.
Did I still get an idea of where we are prior to the strike?
Yeah, I mean, you're still up there. You're magically attached to the tree.
Yeah, then I'll have a look around and see where we need to be.
Yeah, so what you can immediately see here from this vantage point is stretching out to what is the south, but currently for you is on your right from the direction you were facing, is the rest of this jungle island here. But beyond that, you can see this great expanse that sits between this island and the Isle of Barn, where the great mountain is. And you can see a sunken city. Almost completely below the waves, it stretches out this large distance here between this island that you're on here and the island, the large island in the middle. You can see spires of fallen buildings that have collapsed, or some of them still stick out of the water at angles. The entire thing sits low enough below the surface and is made out of this light grey stone that you can see bits of it even from far away you are now.
Okay, aside from the Warbringers of Sharath vibe I'm getting, I think I'll drop down and let everyone know directions, but with very basic, like, pointing in directions. Like, this way, and then over this way there's this, and up this way it was just loads of sea, and it's borderline unhelpful, but I'll get the point across.
I just like pointing at the ocean. This way's lots of sea.
I'll use minor illusions to like illustrate my points.
Yeah. So you see as Hagen conjures up like pictures of sunken cities and pictures of the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
just in case you weren't sure.
Yeah, what the sea looks like. Yeah.
You looked confused.
Is he also still smoking?
Yeah, he's a little bit frazzled. Yeah.
Right, so does it look like... Wait, so the sea separating, is that a case of we have to cross the water, or does it kind of sort of loop around closer, the land mass, so there's... Like...
No, it's a variety of islands which sits around the Isle of Barn, but there's no like land bridge.
Right.
Or actual bridge. There's no form of crossing that you can see from your current position.
So basically it's a case of get to the other shore and see if there's any way to get there already, or find a zone.
Yep. Are you guys any better at swimming these days?
No.
We'll see.
Are you gonna drown me again?
Look, you friendly waterboarder friend once.
And you will never live it down.
I mean, you did try to eat me, though.
Yeah, and I will never live that down. I think we're even.
We never to argue. I'm like, this is when she was cast.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I'm going to have to read that book of yours, Tristan, really soon, because there's a lot to catch up on.
There really is. Honestly, like, it's difficult to keep up.
Alright, let's make our way to the other shore then.
How far did it look, like, through the jungle?
Make a survival check for me, Hagen.
Oh, that's not going to go well. That's this wrong character.
Yeah, that was 3 miles away.
3?
This is the first time you've been in a jungle, so it's very hard for you to approximate distances based upon canopies and traversing through rough terrain. So while you could get a decent judge on the distance, you don't know how long that distance will take, and you probably aren't wise enough to make a guess.
It's a couple of trees away.
Nice. Well, that doesn't sound too bad then, to be honest.
Every now and then, while we're walking, if anyone at all is like, you said it's just a couple of trees away.
That one guy. I'm just 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
That one guy is you, Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie. I mean,
you are that guy. What time did you get here today?
5 minutes ago.
So,
anyway,
what are you doing?
strolling through the valleys of Tucson by the sound of it. Oh no, Stu's dead. Rip Stu.
Shut up.
I'm breaking it faster and faster.
God damn. So,
We're moving to the other shore.
all right.
You know, just a couple of trees away.
Yeah.
Down the road.
So, you make your way forward, deeper into this jungle, towards the direction that Hagen pointed. And it is heavy going. It is tough here. The landscape is always in this silty state of it's constantly being battered by rain. You're constantly being battered by rain. Occasionally, you're getting static shocks by passing too close to a bush. You're getting a small lightning bolt hitting you, and it's making you, lurch for a moment. You're going from this barely contained soil to hard stone, which has been racked over the years by lightning strikes and rain erosion to the point where it's almost impossible to stand on without slipping. It's very tough going, but eventually the trees begin to part a small amount, and beyond sits a clearing. It's maybe about 80 feet from end to end and is almost weirdly cylindrical. It's weirdly a circle. At the center of it is a pointed column of black glass, similar to the big stone spires you saw coming in here, coming into the island. And even from this distance, you can see roiling inside this black glass is almost like its own perpetual thunderstorm seems to be in this glass. Though it looks completely solid. It doesn't look like it's like a tube. It looks solid, but the interior of it is just sparking with electricity. And the floor is like a stone surface, like a rough stone. There's no like soil or plant life or anything in this clearing.
You're all seeing this, right?
Hmm.
An ominous, strange magical artifact that invites touching.
Now, I'm no expert, but I feel like, this one looks like a bad thing.
I am an expert. Yeah.
So does that mean the optimal strat here is for Namari to touch it, or to Namari to avoid it at all costs?
I mean, at this point, Tristan has also become a really, really good touching things he shouldn't be supposed to touch.
This is true.
But have I ever been cursed for it?
Yes.
You got possessed by your sword.
Was that really a curse, though? That was more like a friendly, helping hand.
Yeah, it'd be a curse.
I like the fact that the sword has a say in the matter.
Yeah, me too now.
I mean, you can all see the lining, right? I don't think this is a curse thing so much as give you a big old zap.
Could be a test again.
Could be.
And who out of all of us is lightning proof? Sort of. And whose trial is this pertaining to?
I'd just
maybe?
walk up and touch it.
Oh, bless! As soon as she starts walking, and me and whoever's standing next to me as well.
As soon as you go to walk away, you just hear
I slapped 3 people.
you hear this garbled prayer, and you feel like you've been touched by a small amount of the divine kind as the Mari is tripping
My
over.
garbled prayer is, for fuck's sake, Corlon. This is generally accepted prayer. So far, I've done it and nothing bad has happened, so it's accepted prayer.
But it sounds really nice because
For
it's
fuck's sake, Corlon, and then the unspoken part is, my teammates are idiots, please make sure they survive, and then I slap them.
All right, so you swear and then you say the prayer because the prayer is in a completely separate language.
No, it's the same, sort of. Sometimes unspoken in this case because I didn't have enough time, but...
No, what I'm saying is the way magic works, it's a completely separate language called the Words of Glory.
Can I not say my teammates are idiots?
You can, yeah.
Do it in that language.
But not in the Words of Glory, because the Words of Glory are like, you say a word and that word in the Words of Glory means like bless. It's basically saying the spell. Like when Hagen casts spells, you get the circles around, it's that, whatever. You yell incomprehensible garbage combined with yelling about your teammates, and suddenly, Gun, you feel better.
Gun, myself, and like I said, I don't know whoever was standing next to me.
I'll take one.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if Gun was stood next to you, I wouldn't have said what I said stood next to you because I would be closer to Gun.
I'll take the prayer over give them.
I swapped to the side and then down because Tilly's at him.
So
Flailing.
you walk towards this stone obelisk here, and this glass obelisk. And as you get close, you can hear the hum of electricity, and that smell of ozone, which is present here, becomes almost acrid to the nostrils and starts burning the back of your throat.
Touch it.
Can you normally hear lightning? That's a bit wild, huh? And I just put my hand on it.
Okay, so as
Then
you
my
reach
last
out,
words, I'm gonna be so mad.
as you reach out, you place your hand against the wet, cool surface of this. A moment passes before a lot more moments pass, as nothing seems to happen.
Yay!
You broke it.
No.
Need help.
You touch it then, Tristan. Go on, dare ya.
Fine, I walk over and I don't touch it.
Coward.
I will walk over and touch it.
Okay, it's wet, it's cold.
See, you big baby.
These tests are really easy.
It's just a cool obelisk.
You came in at what was that stuff about fear? It was a test of fear? You conquered your fear and touched the obelisk?
I did. I touched the thing.
Yeah, you have, to become a paladin, you can't be afraid of these things.
Becoming a paladin, I swear to God, Tristan.
Which one?
Someone clip that. It was amazing.
Which one, Gun?
Kristen's also doing that, little brother hiding behind the middle sibling.
Who is the middle sibling?
Tilly's the only one here. and Tilly is like half your height.
Tilly's a halfling, man! How are you gonna hide behind Tilly? You're a half elf.
Mechanically,
Makes it
cannot
funny.
hide behind me.
While the bickering happens, can I have a look inside the weird obelisk? Is there anything other to see than sort of swirly storm within?
From what you can see now,
Should we break it?
Feels rude.
Do you feel any closer to the
You're not God.
temple for them?
I don't feel nothing, man. It's just a thing. Should I break it?
Tilly steps 20 feet back. Sure.
And Mari steps 40, 60 feet back.
Every
First
time
40,
one
then
step
she
goes
reconsiders. Maybe 20 more. I have faith in you.
Oh
I
yeah,
hide
yeah,
behind a
you
couple of
should.
trees.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Is that why you're all the way back
Well,
there?
Everyone else moves back, but Hagen will move 15 feet forward.
So you've got Gun in the middle. Tilly is 20 feet back. Namari is 60 feet back.
I might have to stay closer for Bliss to still work, but
You don't.
I don't. Okay.
No.
I'm looking at the people further back than me and beginning to doubt where I am.
But then 75 feet back is Hagen. And then
No.
90
Hagen's moving towards Gun.
Right, but you said 15 feet forward and it's 90 feet to the center.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be say 15 behind Gun then, as close as I can get.
Okay. So it's Tilly. Sorry, it's Gun, Hagen, Tilly, Namari, and Tristan, this conga line of people.
I need some
Okay.
form of augury ritual, which will all end up becoming touchy or no touchy.
Touch the thing? No.
No.
The answer will be, let's see.
Look, I'm
It's
part
got
of the
her, isn't it?
Juggernaut. I never get to destroy things. Let me have this, and I'm gonna.
I'm just gonna hide behind this pillar here. So you go.
Very, very brave. Good companions I have here with me. Hagen, you watching?
Alright.
I need
They
you to
call us-
record this in case these are my last moments.
Okay, I'll get out my book and I'll start writing and I'll be She begins to attack the obelisk for seemingly no reason. Continue.
Wait, no.
I
that's
will
bad.
swing at the obelisk.
Make an attack roll with all of your bonuses to hitting things.
Can I attack the obelisk recklessly?
Yes.
It gets an attack against you.
And yes, if you have it, you can Great Weapon Master the obelisk.
I don't have it yet. Okay,
dear.
that will be a 27 to hit the obelisk.
That hits, yeah. The obelisk now has advantage on attack rolls against you.
Imagine it missed.
That might be really bad.
Okay, so all attacks are siege, which means double to objects and structures.
Yes.
And I get an extra d8. No, I don't, because it's not a construct. Never mind.
No.
So double this.
So you just get using your axe.
I'm using my axe. That is a 21, so 42.
42 points of damage to this. So, as you bring your axe back, you heft it onto your shoulder for a moment before you stagger the weight onto your back foot, and you bring it forward in one great sweep, letting your hand slide to the edge of it for maximum momentum. It connects with the side of this obelisk. You hear a shattering sound before you need to make a dex saving throw.
Yeah. Does this proc my danger sense?
Do you see this coming?
We all see
we all
this.
saw that coming.
Yeah, if there was a way for...
Everybody else saw this coming, but did Gunn realistically see this coming?
Yeah, she knew there was spooky shit inside there or electric shit inside there. She could
Okay.
hear it.
Okay.
I wonder if we were gonna need this for a ritual or something, you know.
Or maybe two Skeksis are going to come out and like try and figure out who's king now.
Oh, that's fine. Another round.
So,
Not crystal reference, really.
that's an 11
That's an 11.
with advantage.
And bless.
And bless, how much is the bless?
D4.
Okay, let's go. Is that going to save me? No.
Are we all too far away?
But that's an extra
Yeah,
3.
it's
So
just
that's
Gunn.
14.
Oh, actually, no. Hagen will get hit by this as well.
Yeah, I'd be right there, so...
Oh, wait. No. Oh, and you too as well, Tilly.
Dick.
18 for me. I have no bless.
Oh yeah, bless.
Papa bless.
18.
This spell has been
That's,
so worth it so far.
That's a 26 from me, Chief.
Okay.
I feel back.
So, the two bystanders, you pass. Gun, understandably, considering you're right next to it, you fail. So, Gun, you take 279 points of lightning damage, halved to 130.
39.
139.
I'm still up!
And you take 0, Tilly, and you take 139.
Cool. I'm down.
So,
Worth.
you watch as Gun raises the axe back, slams forward, hits. There's a moment where you can hear shattering glass before there is this eruption of lightning energy that just blasts outwards. Hagen is near evaporating.
Can I absorb elements on it?
Sure.
Yeah, I saved up first level spell slots for a reason.
Hagen, you just look up from your book and go. Hagen is still. You'd still be almost down.
907. No, I'm still up.
You're
'Cause
close.
yeah.
Till you hit the ground as the rest of you watch as this sphere of lightning just erupts out from this and just envelops the area.
I hope she's still alive because I want to tell her I told you so. And I've then run up to maybe heal people that might need it.
So, with all of my insides becoming outsides, I go up to Hagen and I high five him like, that was fucking ace.
I have 6 HP. I can't high five you.
I've got 3.
High five and just risk it.
What if you're not unconscious?
Oh.
I will go pick Hagen up from the floor, I guess. I assume you've fallen over.
No, Hagen is stood straight up still. Probably like very straight up.
Bolt upright.
I'm just gonna sit down a second.
Just kind of brush some mud off from my cool combat roll.
And as the dust settles and clears once more, and there's like a moment, a good like 5 seconds, where the electrical current here basically forms a barrier and stops the rain coming down. So it starts raining again now and flattens all of the dirt down again, as there is very little left of this obelisk. It completely exploded, and just the sheer temperature of the lightning has created has evaporated most of the stone, though there is some shards of it left.
I want to grab a shard as a keepsake.
Yeah, there's a shard. It's about this long. It's almost like a stiletto. It's very sharp, and it's like broiling inside of the lightning. Still.
I would like to keep that.
Yeah.
I would like to inspect it to see if it still looks like it could be used in a similar fashion, just on a smaller scale.
You get the feeling that maybe.
I'm going to grab a couple of pieces then as well.
Yeah.
Put them in the bag.
There's a couple of them that are like smaller, more like a pop rock style, but that's the only one of like large left. But there is the base of it still, which is like, it's like maybe like 3 or 4 feet across on each side, and it's like, imagine like a tree chunk that's where the trees snapped in a storm rather than being cut.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe a few pieces that would be about the same, like the correct size for a sling, maybe.
Yeah, a couple of them, yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, I'll get a handful of
Maybe
those.
like 4 of them.
Nice. Oh.
Electro bullets.
Just for sake of brevity, how many pieces in a rough size do I
You probably get about like, because there's not that much left, understandably so. You probably get like maybe like 6 at a maximum of like a Tilly's fist, like a child's fist size.
I pat Hagen on the shoulder. You heal 18 hit points. Aren't you glad you left your house today?
I think he's gonna need a bit more than that.
I'm aware, but I'm using my warlock spell for that, and I only have 2 of those. So.
I left my house months ago for this, so that was worth it.
Yeah, it was.
That's
And you've
D&D,
got-
baby.
You have a lot of smoke coming off you.
Yeah.
It's impressive in all this rain.
Does this smell better or worse than the wolf pelt?
Better.
Not worse.
Better. But yeah. Less rot.
What happened to that
I'm
wolf
actually
pelt?
getting a little bit hungry.
Is it in the bag of holding?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's in the bag of holding.
And we said, oh, but we need to make sure we actually take it out and have it made into a proper... And then we never did that, so... Yeah.
It's only
It's
been,
only been a couple of days.
I was going to say, it's only been a couple of days. So.
Yeah, we can still tan it.
Not going to be the best quality.
It's a memento. It's the wolf I killed with my bare hands, people. Come on.
I'd love it if it went from like the whole wolf size, but like the usable leather only maybe gets like 1 fingerless glove.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, like, when you tan it, it's like when you accidentally put your cottons on too high and it shrinks. Comes out from the tanning, it's like...
Turns out Gun just killed the puppet.
No,
Yeah.
well, it can fit a gun action figure then.
Wow.
All right. Well,
That mental image.
Well, I guess we keep walking.
what time of day is it?
It's very hard to tell here
Okay.
because it's just a perpetual grey lightning storm.
Mm-hmm. Hey, so you guys have all used up your spells stuff. You know, all your spell energy,
Not really.
right?
No.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking a bit shaky.
Not
We're fine.
really.
We're fine.
I mean, I purposely, conserved some of that, during that fight,
Mhm.
knowing that it's going to be a long haul,
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
where
sure,
you
yeah,
need
yeah,
to go.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Just keep walking. I mean, you should be energized. Just...
Oh, good to go.
Nothing-
Fully charged, baby. Let's go.
I mean, yeah, fully charged.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Were you a Tesla trooper from Red Alert 2? Fully charged.
Can I shock Tristan with the?
I think if you tried to shock Tristan like now, right now, you'd have to roll lightning bolt damage.
Worth it.
You're all mean.
All right, let's go.
Don't worry, it's not too far. Just a couple more trees.
Just a couple more trees.
Okay. So, you continue walking, this time a little more worse for wear. And it's not long before you begin to see signs of life. Not in the... I don't mean that in a manner of like you see birds, but you see markings on trees, painted markings. You see things hanging from branches, like long lengths of twined rope with what look to be small bits of like ore on them. You know, like iron ore and such. You see the almost like what you would imagine like a warning sign or like a way sign would look like. And these are all quite high in the trees. You have to look up to see a lot of them, but they're painted with quite bright blues, so it's easy to see. It sort of draws your eye to them.
Maybe the taller people.
You know, in the distance. You can see them in the distance. And among them as well are bright blue feathers, quite large, like almost like a quill size, like about like a 12-inch feather, and they're like bright blue, very beautiful coloring.
I'm having one.
You're having one?
Maybe. We'll see.
It's gonna steal.
Yeah, you wouldn't desecrate a possibly religious site, right?
100 points of lightning damage.
Just think, what's that vial of water in the bag? From a holy site that we kind of messed up for a bit and then need to replant. It's perfectly fine. We'll just put the feather somewhere and then a new sign.
I was gonna go for gun here, but sure, if you don't want to jump on that bandwagon, that's...
I missed my chance now. It'd be awkward if we...
Yeah, it would be.
Circle
It's
back.
not awkward yet, but we're this close.
We should, if there are people here of a sense, we should probably let the talkie boy go up front.
Does it look like this is a relatively well-kept area, or does it look like it might have been here for a while? And
it's still just a jungle, but there's just these almost like offerings or like markers scattered about on the odd tree.
You mentioned something about a warning sign. What strikes us as a warning?
Warning sign just being like, when you see things as a reference point, when you see like a warning sign nailed to a tree sort of thing. Like a plank of wood nailed to a tree. It looks kind of like that.
Okay.
There's no specific
Actual
words
warning.
to it. Yeah. It's just painted in this blue paint. And it's symbols you're not sure about. But it doesn't look like a language. It looks like symbolism.
Could this be something religious? I mean, can I make a religion check?
You can, yes.
I'm the cleric, so I'm really good at that with my +0 to religion. 14.
The cleric you have a wisdom modifier of 0.
It's intelligence.
Yeah, religion is intelligence.
I've been playing D&D for ages. I know what I'm talking about.
14 rolled straight.
Okay. This isn't anything religious that you'd know about. Whether or not it is or not remains to be seen, but it's not a major god or anything like that. It's not a specific following.
Like the blue and the feathers is not a cod thing. So
No.
I wouldn't be like, hey, I know this.
It's not a god thing, it's not a Kureon thing, it's not a god that you know of thing. Whether it is a god thing or not, you're not entirely sure, but...
I mean, the only one who uses feathers is Tristan and the other bards I've known, so maybe the bard in blue is just sitting around the corner. Is there a bard in
Hey.
blue?
Probably.
maybe. And if so, sorry, Gun, but I'd have to just set some time aside, have a quick rock off, and then I'll join you again.
Mm-hmm.
You seem to get through those
It's
things.
just the process
Sorry,
at this point.
I'm not sure.
Shut up, Alexa. Joining in.
Listen, just because you have a pirate sword now doesn't mean you need to get a parrot as well.
I'm sorry, I not be hearing what you say. Please be trying again.
Alex have a pirate mode.
If not, should do.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Let's press
So
on.
yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
As I out, maybe for more structures or
Yeah.
man-made things.
Could be a good guide, actually, if they're leading us along a path. Either a good guide or to a trap.
That would be a lot of effort. With all these various pieces. Can I do any form of investigation to see if there's recent people if there's been recent people? How does
Sure.
English work? It's a hard language.
If there's been anyone here recently.
Could I help out?
Yeah, you can. So you have advantage. This is going to be a hard roll, though, because obviously with the environment here, the weather is constantly washing away any evidence of anything.
Highest rolled is a 10.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's very hard to tell.
What was it? Investigation? No.
Yeah.
Again. Don't let me roll intelligence-based shit, Steve. Stuff. Not gonna end well. What? What?
You moving forward?
I think so, yeah.
All right. So, as you get further in here, these become more frequent. You begin to see the blue paint, which is in these long, sort of like single wave lines with like dots around them. The single wave line begins to get a streak of metallic paint in it, like a burnished gold color, and the offerings become more advanced. They are almost like wind chimes, and they clatter and clang in the wind here. You begin to see large strips of what look to be wood that have the tiniest hint of metal to them, or this strange glass that you keep seeing affixed to the sides of trees, and you can see it goes way up into above the canopies here, and you can hear them that slight sound of static electricity coming from them, and it's still combined with this feather motif.
See, this is now starting to look significant.
You think there's some kind of like weird big lightning bird?
That would be cool.
Well, maybe you have to fight it.
Maybe it roosts on top of the barn, and you're gonna have to.
If we have to fight it, I need to sleep first.
I mean,
Because-
maybe you just need to pluck a feather.
That would still involve getting close to it.
But you're perfectly fine, right? Nothing stops you in your tracks.
I mean, I am an unstoppable force, but sometimes unstoppable forces do need to have a little nap from time to time.
Not the kitten nap for the unstoppable force.
Not a kitten nap. Mighty lion nap. Shut up.
Resisting the urge to nap.
You're tired.
I'm sure I can wait until we get to wherever this water crossing is, at least.
Do you think you'll make it till then?
Okay.
I don't have to take this from you.
Yeah, you
No,
do.
just-
Either of you. I don't
No.
have to take this from either of you.
If you want a break, just let me know. Within 10 minutes, I can have the tiny hut up. So we'll get the rain off of you. It'll be fine.
I can heal you a little bit,
Just have a breather. Have a brew.
Forget I
Taking
said
all of my energy to not be like, gut's fine, look, and then punch out.
Do it, coward.
Do it. Do it.
It's fine, watch. I punch her. That would be like a 20-something to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
If Tilly takes out gun, that will be my day made.
That's 6 damage.
I'm unconscious.
So, Tilly, you're just like, yeah, gun's fine. Thwack, and gun just crumples.
that was decent acting, gun.
That's
Get up now.
Just slowly drowning with the rain as well.
Gun, make a death saving throw.
Gun?
I wasn't aware that.
I would have knocked her unconscious. That was stun damage.
I use my second warlock spell to. See, this is what I'm talking about, Kureon. I'm supposed to keep those fuckers alive, and this is what I'm working with here.
Everyone's just killing each other.
Counts as another prayer.
Yeah.
Tilly can cast Feign Death. Interesting.
With her fist, no less.
I'm getting real good at magic.
27.
27.
One's better rolled than the other. Yeah.
I just wake up on the floor like, what the fuck just happened?
Tilly
Sorry.
knocked you out. Another thing
Oi.
you will never live down. And I help her up.
Why?
Well,
Okay.
because you were fine, clearly.
Yeah, I was, we should keep walking.
Nah, it's cool, Tilly. We're actually like solid friends now.
Is that what it takes?
So that's what it takes.
You're not friends until you've given each other a concussion. Yours is yet to come, but you've given me mine, so we're on the path.
Can we just stay
Yeah.
friendly acquaintances then?
Tilly starts walking towards the water.
Colleagues, maybe.
Is there a red glowing light coming from her head?
There's no scratching, but Hagen is not talking out loud, and he's recording something in the book, and it's just not even out loud anymore.
If you ever publish this as a book, no one will believe you.
I don't believe you, and I'm DMing you.
Alright, let's keep going.
Hey, you have more hit points now than when you
I
had
do.
before. I have exactly one first level cleric spell left. Just saying.
All right. So, moving forward once more after that brief interlude,
Fine.
I would like everyone to make a perception check.
Ooh.
I love to perceive. No, I don't.
20, not natural.
11.
Oh!
21.
Natural 20,
18.
which is just 20.
All right. So, Hagen, Tristan, you see a flash of blue out of the corner of your eye, bright blue, that moves.
Crack.
Fast moving.
No, more like something's realized you're there and moved. And it went up.
Was like the blue, was it more like it was illuminated, or like the blue
No.
as in it was
Color blue,
the colour blue? Okay,
bright blue.
just checking.
Not bright blue, bright blue. English.
So it went up into the tree.
Mhm.
Can I kind of have a look up and see if I can sort of poke my head under the canopy?
The canopy's very high up, so
Right.
you're under the canopy right now.
No, but like from more under the actual, closer to the trunk, so you can maybe see through the branches a bit better.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, you get closer and you can see that there seems to be something up there, but it's not blue. Almost looks like a hut.
I kind of gesture, anyone to have a look up there as well. Is anyone else seeing that?
Set of Avatar.
Maybe.
I snap the magpie out of the dimension and send it up.
I've got my axe out and ready just in case.
Okay. So the magpie goes up and does a...
I will never use find familiar spells ever again in any of Stu's future games.
17
That's how it
hit?
goes.
I know. What?
Does 17 hit?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. That is 19 points of damage.
Still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
It has-
magpie is flying up, and then you hear this swat, and the magpie sort of, you see a puff of feathers, and the magpie sort of staggers in the air for a moment.
Did it? I was looking through its eyes to.
Yeah.
Did I see anything? What was attacking it?
Yeah. So you see,
It will also fly back a little.
yeah, in the huddled in the back of this hut, which you can see on the inside. It's not the best constructed, but it is constructed like abode here. You see huddled inside it is a creature about the size of a human, with covered in a lot of feathers, with a humanoid torso and a near humanoid head. But instead of arms, it has long wings covered in these blue feathers. It's a feminine form with very bird-like feet. It's like a blue macaw. But it has a humanoid face and a humanoid torso, and it has this long plate from the top of its head that goes right the way down its back and sticks out from the back of its tail a good couple of feet. There's this metal plate.
There's a blue bird person up in a hut.
Oh, shit, should we run?
It huddles. I think it got a bit scared by our presence. It attacked the magpie, but it's not going after it continuously. It just was like right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see there's a couple of the magpie's feathers stuck in one of its claws.
Yeah. He got startled.
Well, we should stop hanging around then.
Do we want to try and say hello, or do we just leave them alone?
I vote leave people alone.
But if they live here on the island, they know what's in the area. They might be able to help us out a bit. If they want to, of course. I'm not going to go like, boom, 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 tell me everything you know about the island or I'll kick your ass.
So basically approach in a friendly, non-threatening manner. If they respond well, talk. If not, leave.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I'll put my axe away as a gesture of goodwill.
I will have. We have rations, right?
I assume so, yeah.
Yeah. I'll have one sort of package with food. Something maybe bird appropriate if I can find it.
It doesn't have a beak, so
Okay, cool.
it has gnashes.
Okay. But then either a mage hand if it's 30 feet or with a magpie, flying it up, putting it on the front door,
Okay.
and then the magpie will hop back again.
Yeah.
And bow a little.
This whole time I've just had the lute out, just playing like a really low, just pleasant tune. Just be like, well, if we're here, we're gonna chill. Just like maybe this is weird enough to take notice, and then just realize we're not trying to kill them.
Are you still looking through the magpie's eyes?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see this creature comes up, looks at the food you've offered, looks at the magpie, and then extends the sort of like claw hand on the edge, sort of within the wing, out, and you see it looks like it's going towards the rations, but it picks up the magpie.
Please
And
don't eat my bird.
bites the magpie's
My
head off.
bird. It is eating my bird.
He turns around and keeps going the way we came.
Psychologically, what's that gonna do to Namari since you were looking through its eyes?
You just see inside of mouth before nothing because the bird vanishes.
Yeah, it's more
And you hear a
spirit
very
than actual bird.
pathetic, slightly sad, in a I'm hungry sort of manner squawk from up in the trees.
No.
You just ate your bird and you going, oh.
It's spirit and it's probably evil. We don't know yet, so we'll find out.
Good point. Good point.
Okay. I mean, how are we taking that? I mean, it wasn't aggressive. We were kind of giving an offering, and maybe it just assumed the magpie was also.
Yeah.
A second of these creatures seems to flutter out of somewhere close by and lands on a branch above you, and you can see as it also has this metal plate on its back as it looks down at you all very quizzically.
I kind of just wave at it. It's been really friendly.
Gunn doesn't know what to
Halfway.
do with her arms. She's got them crossed, and she's like, "No, that's kind of aggressive." Down. Nope. Get the hands out of fist. She's just.
It's just like voguing it in
I
front of you.
don't know how to be cool.
So the creature sort of tilts its head to the side for a second, as if like very carefully giving you a look over.
Is Tilly walking? Like actually walking back? Are you
I
out
was
of there?
fine, and I'm like, stop. I realized no one was following me.
We could move back a little.
Yeah,
Road.
I would say that probably we don't want to walk away and leave something potentially territorial on our backs.
What are you doing here?
Oh, we could.
Um,
No, it doesn't
yeah.
sound- Okay.
I
So
was
we
gonna
never-
say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say while everyone's doing that, I was gonna try and attempt to just sort of do a general hello in every language I knew.
I mean,
To
it speaks to you first.
Yeah. Hi. We're actually just here, sort of passing through. Sorry if we got in anyone's way.
So it looks you over again.
We're trying to get to the bigger island over there.
You still have a feather in your hat, right?
I do.
It looks at you, looks at the feather. So eyes narrow for a second as it looks around. It's almost got quite bird-like mannerisms despite the humanoid features. It looks around you. Its neck sort of twizzles like a bird.
Just kind of following their eye line the whole time. Like, okay.
And their eyes are flicking around to the rest of the group. Why here?
This is this one. And a panic gun.
I fucking don't know.
She
What's
got
up?
invited by Cord. Does that say anything to you? Mean anything? To you?
Looks at you and sort of stares at you for a very awkward amount of time.
Mm-hmm. Cross my arms and do the thing where you kind of push out your muscles a little bit, so I look a bit more impressive.
It's just staring at you all.
You want us to leave? Got this underlying feeling that you want us to leave.
Why here?
I'm on a trial.
Trial?
Mm-hmm.
One of the gods wants me to do something.
God?
We're here for fun. Fun.
That's a
Yeah.
bad reason.
Travel.
Strange.
Yep. That's us.
Do you live
Right.
here?
Live? Yes.
Okay. Can we pass through?
Why here?
Why not?
I'm not sure that's the type of debate we need to enter in with this creature.
Probably not. No.
No, can we just tell them that we're not supposed to be here? We're supposed to be elsewhere.
Yeah, we're as I said, we are trying to get over to the bigger island. If you know a way to help.
Mountain?
Yes.
that
That's it. Mountain.
White. So gestures a wing towards the direction you know the mountain is in.
Helpful.
White?
Thanks. White.
Right. White stones.
Oh. Okay. Did you set those markers? Your people?
You see a second of these figures has joined now, and sort of is back in the distance and is quizzically looking over. And as you look around now, you realize there's actually about 7 of them around you.
And do they all have this metal plate as well?
They all have this metal plate, yeah, and it sticks out like it's like a almost like a blunt like blade sticks out from the back of their behind where their tail feathers are, a good couple of feet.
Is it like something they're wearing, or is it coming out of them?
No, they're wearing it. It's over their back, and you see the decorated. It all looks very old. It's sort of like this gold color. They look very, very old.
Do they look like these metal plates have been like recovered from something, or they're like purpose made?
Looks like they've been purpose made, but it doesn't look like that was what they originally were made of. You know, they're very they're not like perfect, intricate designs.
Mm-hmm.
They look very old, and they look like they've been in this shape for a while.
All right, I'm gonna just like point. What is this on your
Family.
backs? Family?
Safe.
Protection. Like armor.
Safe.
From the storm, I would think.
Oh yeah.
Can you
Strange
fly?
that it's metal.
You see one of them flies up, and you hear a lightning bolt, and you can just see as it arcs through them and hits the ground, and they fly back down.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
And it hits the metal plate and arcs through the metal plate, comes out of the bits pointing out at the bottom of it, and slams into the ground. And then they fly back down to where they were.
That's smart. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Smart burbs.
Did you make these? That's really clever. I don't suppose you have any idea how we could, maybe benefit from such an effect or such an item. We're not lightning proof, unfortunately.
The wing points off again.
In the same direction.
Yeah.
We should go.
Yeah, I think we were
Yeah.
overstaying our welcome a bit. Thank you.
Lovely to meet you.
Why here?
Mountain. Test.
Go,
Strength.
mountain?
Why?
Yeah, we have to go all the way to the top. But we can't fly like you.
Tikanak?
What's that?
What now?
Alright, Tikanak?
Who is that, or what is that?
And you see one of them gestures to one of the paintings, and this one is painted in pink and blue. And it's this formless shape.
Is that
Oh.
a danger on the way, or
And
a
one of
being?
them just points onwards, the same direction as before.
Where Tilly is about 30 feet into the trees.
Yeah, I'll follow as well.
Okay, Taconic.
Okay.
Okay, so there's probably something on the mountain.
Maybe.
Thank you. Enjoy the trail mix.
Trail mix.
As we
Every
get in the
game now.
trees, it's
Every
just
game of
like-
trail mix.
I was with them, Tilly, until they tried to sell us their art. I didn't like that.
Probably their OC.
This is my Sonic OC.
Do not steal.
This is Storm the Parrot. Please appreciate my work.
They've got a gun.
Okay, of course.
Looks more like a Digimon, really, but no one's going to tell him.
Nothing personnel, kid.
Anyway,
So
So we keep
as
going
we move, do these just kind of stare at us, or do they?
they watch with that very bird-like curiosity. You know, that weird feeling when you walk past like a raven and it stares and watches you as you go past, and you're like, they're watching me.
Story of my life.
I mean,
Yeah.
also, like, when you walk onto someone's island unannounced and just kind of walk around their houses.
No, definitely like when a bird watches you. Yeah.
Interrupt them setting up an art gallery.
Like when you get that feeling that pigeon is definitely watching you. There's
Some would
birds
say, like that very famous Iron Maiden song, Fear of the Duck.
All right, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. We're going to take a break. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for being with us with that short break. I hope you all got up and had a break yourselves, had a bit of a walk around, had a drink, resituated yourself. But we are back. So, as you continue on from the village of those people, it's again a short time before something else catches your eye. Within the land here, quite a distance from the shore, you would assume, there sits the remains of a pirate ship. Or some form of ship. It's split in half, and the two sides of it stick out of the ground at 45-degree angles from the central area where the mast has been broken and hangs to one side. And you see the long ruined remains of the sails flicker in an unseen wind. The wood itself has almost gone like a deep grey color to it, as if all the life has been sucked out of it. And the glass of where the captain's quarters were is mostly shattered, but is this deep green color to it.
Hands up anyone who assumed they were going to see that in the jungle. Fair enough. Is there a...
Pirate boy know anything about it?
Hey, do you know anything about this?
Yeah, let me stereotyping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not very nice.
Are there any big sticks I can go poke around the ship with?
There's plenty of big sticks, yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna grab myself a big stick and go poke him.
Is there a way for us to actually get into the ship?
Yeah, you see part of the side is broken open. You can see there's what looks to be sand inside.
Do we want to go into the ship right now, considering that our very capable, very buff, very barbarian lady is on 20?
I don't know what you're talking about, I'm fine.
That's true, Tilly just killed Gun, so technically that makes Tilly the new tank.
Can I sweep the driftwood in here to light the thing, like the inside up?
Yeah, sure. So the interior of it is very dark. The floor is dry sand. And much of the interior decks has been broken away.
Like the ground of the jungle has been displaced by sand? Or there's just sand in the ship?
There's sand in the inside of the ship and it is dry.
Despite the fact that it seems open to the elements.
It's raining.
Can I poke? Can we say I picked a stick up that had some leaves and shit on it that was still green?
Sure.
I go ahead and poke that into the sand.
And when you pull it out, there's still leaves on it. They're slightly covered in sand.
Give it a good wave just in the general vicinity of the ship on the inside.
Yeah.
You don't die?
No?
Alright, fuck it. Let's go. I get in the ship.
All right.
I'm gonna have a look around.
So, on the interior of the ship, you see there is very little in the inside here, but slumped up against a wall is what looks to be a long dead skeleton. And they have pretty much all of their clothes are gone, though there is a leather pouch, which is by their side. And in their hands, in the moment of death, appears to be is like a potion flask, and their hands are sort of frozen in a manner where it looks like they're trying to open up, get the cork out of this potion.
I take the stick and I thoroughly separate most of the bones before I pick through the satchel.
Okay. As you go to poke the bone, you begin to hear a sound behind you. Of rushing together sound of sand. And as you turn to flee, you see the sand behind you is beginning to coalesce into this vaguely humanoid form, which is far larger than you. And as it raises up one sandy fist...
I did not say I was turning to flee, Stuart.
You said you were turning
I said I
around.
was turning around to see what it was.
Well, you turn around and you
Flee
see
just
this.
a couple of times.
See, flee, whatever. Potato, potato. Roll initiative.
And do.
For everybody or
No,
just Tilly?
No, I can't. I mean, I guess
Everybody.
this was bad for me this time, Chief. I done did a bad roll.
Oh.
All right, so 25 to 20. Those of you that aren't Tilly, count as surprised.
Oh.
Which means...
Did we follow in?
no one said they did.
No,
I
I
really said that, right?
believe y'all are outside.
25 to 20. Good start. 15 to 20.
19.
18.
19 from Gun.
Mm-hmm.
18 from me.
And Twiston.
And 15 for Namari.
All right, 10 to 15.
11.
And 5 to 10.
9.
9 from Hagen. All right, so Gun, Yogo, but you're surprised. You're no longer surprised. Tristan, Yogo, you're surprised. You're no longer surprised. Which brings us to the sand. And as it rises up, it is going to hit you, Tilly.
I thought so.
And so that is a 21 to hit.
It'll do it. I will do my thing, but I can do the reduces the uncanny dodge.
And the second one is a 23 to hit.
They'll both hit.
All right.
Uncanny dodging the first one, unless one of them looked particularly more dangerous and you're willing to tell me.
No, they both were big punch, big slams. So that is 21 points of bludgeoning damage, half to 10 on the first hit.
Hell yeah, love to half things.
And is 11 points of bludgeoning damage on the second one. I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws.
Oof, ouch. 2 con saves, you say?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 12 on the first one.
Okay.
And a 14 on the second one.
Okay. So you took 21 points of damage in total there.
Mm-hmm.
Your hit points are reduced by 21 points as well, as you see, as it slams into you, as the sand draws back, you see it leaves wisps behind of the sand that slowly pull back into its form.
So my max is reduced.
Yes, by 21.
X.
And the rest of you hear as these great slams come down inside, and you hear the sound of like rushing sand.
Do I have an effect I should write that down as, or just note that it's reduced?
Just know that it's reduced there.
Okay.
And that ends its go.
Okay, so it ended its turn within 5 feet of me. So as a reaction, I'm going to move as far away as I can from it so that it is still within a 15-foot sphere of me.
Okay, so are you running out of the ship?
You said the decks were open, right?
So the top deck isn't, but the interior, it was a 3-deck ship. And the interior decks have broken away inside.
Okay, so can I move towards going upwards within this rack?
No, that's what I'm saying. The interior decks, it's one big cavern on the inside. The decks in the inside have broken away and aren't there. So it's one big hole.
Okay. And there's
And
nothing
it's
I
at a
could...
45-degree angle, that is. It's half a ship stuck into the ground like a banana split.
Yeah, I'm just trying to visualize the space and where I should go. No, I'll move out towards the others, but keeping it within a 15-foot sphere.
Okay, so the rest of you see as Tilly runs out from inside here and sand is spilling out after her. which will bring us
Hollering.
to Namari. You're surprised. Tilly, do you want to go?
I'm going to use my magical weapon item that I've never used yet. My Ring of Thunderous Anathema. Every creature within a 15-foot sphere of me, which is my new sand friend, must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Alright. That is going to be a 15 on the nose.
Video games. So it takes half as much of this damage, which I'm going to roll in the roll 20 because I do not have 5d8s on me. That's going to take half of 21. This is thunder damage.
So 11 and halved again. So it takes 5 points of thunder damage as you blast it with sand, and you see parts of it just like fly backwards before reforming back into it as this surging mass of sand comes towards you.
And I will spend the rest of my turn running to join my friends.
Okay. Do you incur attacks of opportunity?
Not if I disengage with my bonus action.
You can do that, which brings us to Hagen. You're surprised. Brings us to Gun. Oh, sorry. I just inhaled myself.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Gun, it's your go. You can see Tilly comes running out towards you, and there's just sand behind you, and you can see there's like a face in the sand. You know, like the mummy style, like.
Uh-huh.
And like fists coming out of the sand.
I just gesture towards that, and I'm like, this is bad, but I don't know what it is.
I'll throw my axe at the sand.
Yeah. I mean, it has a form to it. It's not just like a sand dune coming towards you.
I'll do it recklessly, because if I get hit, I'm going down either way, so let's go.
Yeah. All right.
That will be a 21 to hit the sand.
That does hit the sand. Yes.
Just an easy fight, and I just picked a shit thing to use my cool item on.
Yeah.
That is
High constitution, thunder resistance.
20 slashing damage.
Okay. That axe is not adamantine, so it's not. So it takes 10 points of damage.
Okay.
So as you throw the axe in, it plunges into the depths of the sand creature. It seems almost completely lost in it, but it hits something. You see it hits something within it, but it's like pouring sand over the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Call it back with my bonus.
Yeah, it comes and sprays sand out like a Catherine wheel as it slams into your hand. Did you rage?
I'll rage.
That's a bonus action.
No shit, I can't rage. Oh no! I'm so good at being a barbarian.
I'm further away from it than Gunner. Just want to put that out there.
Okay, I'm gonna start running away from the sand.
Okay. So
I've only used one of my attack actions, but...
So Gun runs away from the sand. Are you raging?
I can't.
Or, no, you drew it back. Okay. Alright. Gun throws their axe, goes, ha! And runs.
So very confused. Have a look at Gun and then throw a marble at the sand creature so that it explodes with 112 gallons of water.
That's the face of the DM that forgot we had that.
So that feels like a lot of water to me.
That seems like an awful lot of water.
The golem is immune to any spell or effect that would alter its form. The water explodes around this creature, just erupting around it, and the sand is completely dry as it just surges through it.
I'm more impressed than anything.
We saw the sand was completely dry when we looked at the ship.
You did, they didn't.
Well, I was just curious as to whether or not, like, forcibly, like, using water on it might do something. I've seen Spider-Man 3.
I was like, I don't know how that works. Oh, it tells me how it works. Oh, thank God. Because otherwise I would have literally been sat here for a good minute being like, what happens? What happens when you throw sand at water, or water at sand? I guess it gets wet.
As into a beach golem.
That was your behind-the-scenes insight into what happens in the DM's head.
It's mostly just panicking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do for your turn, Tristan?
Just kind of contemplate what happened there. I was expecting things to go differently, and it didn't. I was like, you know what? Fair enough.
Does that mean you're not moving backwards? You just
No, I will move back, but I was like, no,
you just leisurely walking backwards, turning around every now and again, like,
and it's raining. What? Oh.
Yeah. So, right now, Tilly and Gunn and Tristan, you've all moved back. Who stood further forward out of Hagen and Namari?
Probably Hagen, because Namari is Namari.
That's true, yeah. So, Hagen, you watch as the rest of your party just starts running away, and as you look back around, you see this sand golem it's just rearing up in front of you. These two great fists slam down on top of you. But they stop just before you as they make a hand gesture in front of them. And then you see the form of this creature, like an hourglass that's suddenly been flipped up, just starts moving faster. And that will bring us to Namari.
I'm gonna pop my sigil because I have that and I need it. I think. Are we now within melee of that thing? So if we run away,
you are within melee of it, yes.
Crap.
Yeah, that's like sweet guys.
It has a 15-foot reach.
Well, that's just fun.
Because it is sand.
It is sand.
Good.
Sandiest of sands.
Could you describe the wounds that gave me again for a second, Stuart?
So when it hit you, it was bludgeoning damage that hit you, but as it drew back, you see almost like wisps, like lines of smoke, like pulled of sand were left behind, and they slowly pulled back into its form.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Imagine using the sands of time in Prince of Persia.
Oh yes, just withering away my wounds with sand.
Yes, withering away the time of your life.
Oh god.
And I also didn't see that the thunder damage didn't do shit.
You did. Tilly was outside when
I ran out.
That. Tilly ran out hollowing for a second and then.
Alright, but I'm still not clever enough to then maybe consider that lightning will also not do much. I'm just gonna try it. Shocking grasp and run away. So if it hits, it can't take reactions.
Just for a moment, Wizards of the Coast, come on. Listen to me for a second, right? Thunder damage used to be called sonic damage, and that was a much better name for it, because now people get confused thinking that thunder and lightning are remotely close to each other. Alright, thanks, Wizards. Thanks for listening to me. Yeah.
Okay, fair. To be fair, there are plenty of creatures who are, when they're immune to something, they're immune to both. Or resistant to both.
Not particularly, no.
Oh,
no. There's very little stuff's resistant to lightning damage. So
I rolled a 19 as well, so that's an 28.
Uh-huh.
And that's 7 lightning damage.
Yeah.
It can't take reactions
Alright.
until the start of its next turn. And then I run!
So you reach out and you just slam your hand into the closest part of this sand creature, and you see as it jolts up the entire form and parts of it just crystallize into glass from the heat of the lightning before shattering down onto the floor. And as it does, it rears back for a second, and as it flinches, you take the opportunity to just turn and run.
It doesn't like lightning, and run, please. Oh god.
Alright, so that will bring us to Tilly.
I don't really want to go near it, is the thing about me. Digicide doesn't like lightning, though, so I'm going to take one of those fancy shards that we picked up and sling it at it.
Go for it. Make an attack roll.
Love to attack. That is going to be a 23.
Okay, that will hit.
Is the damage any different on this?
Yes, it does. It's all lightning, and it does an additional d6.
Additional d6, or it's a d6?
An additional d6.
Oof. Okay.
This thing does a d6, right? So it's 2d6 now.
Yes. No one's within 5 foot of it, are they?
Mm-hmm. Hagen is.
Hagen is.
Oh, okay, so I get my sneak. Oh, this is too many dice. Okay, this is the sneak attack lightning?
Sneak attack is lightning. Yeah, sneak attack does the damage type of the weapon you're attacking with. If it's split damage type, you get to pick.
That is going to be 30 lightning damage total.
All right.
I'll note down I only have 3 of those now.
So as it blasts against its form, you see a large chunk of it is crystallized instantly. Hagen, you take 4 points of lightning damage from the small blast of lightning from this stone. As the creature is just slammed and its mouth opens wordlessly to just shout out in horror, but it has no mouth.
Until you just get, like, a big excited yell.
Brings us to Hagen.
So it hasn't actually moved back or anything. It's still right there.
Still right in front of you, just towering form of sand.
Yeah, then I'll stay just dead in front of it, and I'm going to cast Odaluk's Resilient Sphere.
Okay, yeah.
And stand right in front of it in its way. And inside I'll go into Blade Song just in case.
Okay, so you see as Hagen goes thump, and like hamster balls.
Oh boy.
All right, so that will end your turn, which will bring us to Jim.
Well, I'm going to rage.
Well, I just stand in the bushes or something.
Good start.
Well, I remember.
Yep.
How far away is it from me at this point?
Well, it moved to where you were previously, so it's within your range. It's about 35 feet away from you, because you ran 35 feet, I assume.
Yes, I did.
Forgot to add the sigil damage.
Yeah. 1 second, I need to check a thing. Ah, fuck it, I'll just throw my axe. And
Okay.
recall it back on the next turn. Okay. That is a 29 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh, that is a 16 slashing damage.
Okay. So that slams into the creature, and you can see it doesn't cut like you know your axe does.
Mm-hmm.
It just sticks in it. Which brings us to Tristan, unless there's anything else you'd like to do. You wanna
I'd like
move
to continue moving.
backwards
Or
away?
make sure that, back up a little bit.
Okay.
Seeing as Hagen is like standing his wizardy ground in his little hamster ball and his zorb.
Yeah.
I'm gonna back up a bit, but not my full movement.
Okay.
So, who's by it right now?
Hagen.
Did Tilly move away?
Till he moves away.
Okay.
It's just Hagen.
Mm-hmm.
In the hamster ball.
I'd like to fireball it.
You can do that.
So it's a dex save against 17.
Natural 20! That's not helpful for you, but it's helpful for me. Well, it's not helpful for me, but it's a natural 20 nonetheless. That's a 19, just for reference.
Right, okay.
I guess you did this in a perfect sphere arrangement so that it didn't touch our new friend.
I can't
he's-
be
you can't be-
touched by
he's immune to damage.
anything.
Oh
It's
shit.
an Oddluck's resilient sphere.
Oh,
It's
wow,
pretty much
that
just
is.
wall of force, but in a sphere, right?
Yeah.
No, he's a Zolb.
Well, it's better than Wall of Force.
Yeah, Zolb of Force. That's right.
I almost took it for magical secrets, but I was like,
It's very good. I do love a god Oddluck's. You can use it on enemies as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, you don't get to do anything for a minute. It's a wizard-only spell.
That was Plan B.
It doesn't fit inside it. So it's original.
No, I was gonna Wall of Force over the top of it, and then be like, "Okay, guys, so what the fuck do we do now?"
you take half of 29.
Okay, which is 14.
Whichever way you want to round it.
14. Okay. All right. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn as you summon forth this tiny pinprick of light which shoots towards it before erupting in... What color bod are you right now? Orange? It erupts in fire-colored flame.
Oh yeah, no.
We got to the right color.
Finally. We've had a short rest, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to try and use on again. I know this off by heart. Elegy of Fated End against.
Yeah, go for it.
So again, it's save.
What type of save?
Sorry. It is a Wisdom save against 17.
That is a 12.
Yeah, cool. A D10.
D10. All right. So you watch as this creature, as you cast towards this melodious energy towards it, this somber tone, it seems to affect the creature. But it will bring it to its turn. And currently has a speed of 80 feet. So it is surging past Hagen as it is aware of spells. As it surges past Hagen, it runs straight at you, Tristan, as you will last damage it, and it's going to make 4 slam attacks.
Oh, better you than me, buddy.
So, natural 20,
Caught in right.
natural 20,
Damn it.
21,
This reduces max HP.
and then 27.
Yeah.
Okay, so cutting words against the first one, so roll that, because it's a 28 to hit. If it's cutting words.
Yeah, hang on. No, nothing will do that. It's a D10, and my AC is
Well,
17.
it's a 28 because it's a natural 20 as well.
So if I rolled, I've only got a D10, and
Cutting words it though,
By,
it's no longer a crit.
yeah, you only need to roll 1.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was the main reason I was doing it. Yeah, it's less. It's 7 less, but still.
Okay. So it's a 21, but it's also not a crit. Okay, so the first one. That is 23 points of bludgeoning damage on the first one. I'll do the crit last.
Oh, it's hard.
It's just easier for me. That's 14 points on the second one. And the crit... sorry, no, there's one more to do before the crit. That's 18 points on the third one. And the crit... is 29 points.
Right, so
that was how much altogether then?
that's what I'm about to work out now. And by I'm working out, I mean calculate.
I hope your con save is better than mine was.
And I need you to make 4 con saves, please. And make them in...
That's dead on my HP at the minute.
Okay,
by the
but
way.
still need you to make those 4 con saves and make them in order and note them next to the damage as well.
Okay, so con save 1. That's a 4 on the dice, so no.
So, okay.
Oh my god, this is going.
So
Second
one. That's a 4 on the dice, so no.
Okay.
Let's use this one.
Third one.
That's a natural 19.
Okay, so that one's fine.
Yay.
And the crit?
The crit is gonna be 17.
Okay, so the first 2 were fails. So your health is reduced by the combined total of those first 2. Your
So
max HP is reduced by the combined total of those first 2.
Oh wait, no, I'm not down. Sorry. That 10 temporary HP refills on a short rest, so I have 10 HP currently. So I'm still stood up.
Yes, because it only goes away at a long rest.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I have 10, and that's a bad place to be.
Yes.
Especially when your max HP is reduced.
So you're slammed 4 times by this creature, and you're still barely standing, but you can feel as the time of your life time is being. God, that's a hard sentence to say. Your life, your You're not being aged, but your death day is coming closer. Which brings us to Mary.
Yeah, that's great. I can't do anything other than Old Faithful, really.
Okay.
So, Eldritch Blast. Spells are done except for one level 1. I'm saving that for someone to die. That's just wonderful. One's a 19.
That hits.
Yay! The other one's a natural 1.
Just one.
Yeah.
Bad luck recently with your Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
God damn it, I just realised as well I could have used the elegy.
Rolling the d4, which is a 1 as well. So that's 14 damage.
14 damage.
And radiant.
All right, so you see as the lance of this greenish black energy slams into this creature, and it just punches a hole straight through before the sand reforms back in. And as far as sand can look hurt or like wounded, the sand is beginning to look wounded. Which will bring us to Tilly.
Oh yeah, I'm going to give it another.
Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Amari?
Can't.
Okay, Tilly.
Hell yeah, I'm going to blast it again.
All right, go for it. Lightning stone thing again, or
Yeah.
just a rock? Okay.
That is going to be a 14.
A 14, that will miss as it sings off into the distance before you hear a crack of electrical energy against a far off tree.
Okay, so let's think about distances.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to disengage and pull Tristan a good distance away from it?
I'm up still.
Yeah, but you're still close to it, right?
If you disengage, you will be fine, but Tristan will take the attack of opportunity instead.
Oh, shit. Well, I don't want that.
Because Tristan is moving out of its. So.
But if I didn't disengage, it would hit me.
If you didn't disengage, I would roll a dice to see who it hit.
There's a chance it would hit me. You have your turn before it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're fine, actually. I will move away and disengage if I need to do so to protect myself.
You don't. You're quite a distance away from it now. So that will bring us to Hagen. You're in your ball. What would you like to do? You've been left behind. You're muted as well.
Okay, we dismissed the Odalux Resilient Sphere. Saved me from 4 attacks. That's got value already.
Yep.
And I'm going to cast Slow.
Okay. It cancels out its haste.
Perfect. And it moved 80 feet towards my party.
It didn't move 80 feet. It moved up to Tristan, which was about 30 feet.
Ah, well, that's whatever. It's fine. I will just... I'll move forward another 15.
Okay.
Because as far as I'm aware, that's just outside of its range.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No, 10 feet would be outside of its range.
10 then?
In the edge of its range, yeah.
Okay.
So you move up to the edge of its range. The blade song is still going. You're still drawing your blade around you in a arcane dance. Gun. What would you like to do?
Unmuted from 90 places. I would like to recall my axe with my bonus action, thunk, and throw it again.
Yeah. Go for it.
That is a 25 to hit. No, 26, sorry.
That will hit, yeah.
Oh, that's an 11.
So it takes 5 points of damage.
And then... Oh, fuck, I can't recall it. I still have a hand axe. I'm gonna grab a hand axe off my belt and throw it at this fucking thing.
Okay.
That's why you have an arsenal.
Just, that will be a 19 to hit.
That will hit, yeah.
Oh! Okay. So that's... 14.
14 points of damage. Okay, so
slashing
as you
damage.
hurl this axe at it, this plain old hand axe, it just sinks into the creature, having absolutely zero impact on it.
Well,
Just sinks in and is forever lost in its sandy depths.
there goes another one.
And unless you kill it, that will end your turn.
Move back a little bit if it's moving forwards.
Yeah, you're now like 60 odd feet in front of it.
Wait, what's the range of my axe? No, I need to stay within 60 feet, so I don't move any further than 60 feet.
Okay. Tristan, it's your go. This creature is looming above you now. You are surviving purely on the captain's graces.
I would like to use a new spell. It does mean I'm using a 5th level, but hey ho. Telekinesis. I'd like to try and lift it up.
Okay.
And just whoop.
How does telekinesis work? Give me the lowdown on it.
Well, when it's a creature, you try to move a huge or smaller creature, make an ability check with your spellcasting ability, contested by the creature's strength check.
Okay. So let's go for it.
Like this thing might be strong.
It has resist. There's advantage on this. Oh my god. What did you roll?
A 19, and I'm trying to remember what my
Spellcasting.
so that's a +9.
Yeah.
So 19 plus 9, 28.
I had advantage. On the dice, I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Nice.
So that's an 8.
Yeah, 30 feet up in the air, just drip
Straight up in-
off of me.
Yeah.
I'm going to sort of move away just in case I lose concentration on it and just it's not going to drop on me.
Okay. So it's just. And what happens now with it? With telekinesis?
It's currently restrained, and if I move it into the air on my subsequent turns, I can keep it there.
Restrained is like the only condition it's not immune to.
Good.
Okay. Does it get saving throw or anything?
Gonna double check, but in a direction until the end.
Where it lives now.
A creature lifted upwards or suspended in midair on subsequent rounds, you can use your action to attempt to maintain your telekinetic grip on the creature by repeating the contest.
Okay. Well, can it not do anything on its turn?
It's restrained, so no, I have to wait till my turn.
Until the end of your next turn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Okay.
And it's the end of my turn, so I can still use my turn, right?
It's the end of your next turn. Yeah. Okay. All right. So it's go. It can't do anything. It's just this ball of sand just squirming in the air, which will bring us to Namari. You're muted, buddy.
I'm turning to Tristan. That is really helpful, actually.
I just figured out how to do it.
Because it's restrained, do I get any advantage on the shooty shoot?
You do have advantage, yeah.
Nice.
Fifth level spells, folks. They're really strong.
I carefully aim. First one hits definitely. Second one is 23, so also hits.
Scream, aim, and fire.
And that would be... the D4 to both attacks? Each attack, yeah.
Yep, it's every attack.
Roll shit on the damage, but okay, 16. 22.
22 points of damage.
Yeah.
Alright. So once again, these two beams of this energy slam into it, punching holes through this creature that are quickly reformed into this swirling ball of just violently roiling sand, which will bring us to Tilly.
So this thing's just floating up there.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I don't really want to waste any more of my fancy shard things when it feels like you ranged folks might have this one handled with cantrips. And we saw like that mundane basic hand axe do nothing to it, right?
Yeah, it just sunk into it. Yeah.
I'm gonna maintain a safe distance and just kind of lean on Amari. Be like, I think you got this one.
Really? Really? Wake up the sand monster and then we're doing the dirty work for you?
Oh, what do you want me to do about it? It's in the air.
Oh, might come down, but yeah.
Hagen.
In the most anime possible way I can, I'm going to steal one strike with a single target on him.
Go for it.
What's the attack roll? Just straight?
No, it's advantage.
Okay, so
You have advantage on attack rolls against it.
okay. 16 and 18 plus 8.
Yeah, they both hit.
Yeah, and then 8, 26, 27, that's garbage. 37, 41 points of force damage.
Okay. So
And I don't want to choose to teleport 5 feet with up into the air and just fall like a.
you see as Ronan incants a series of circles. Not Ronan? Hagen. As Hagen incants a series of circles around him, and as he twists the runic circles from around his hands and pulls them into his sword, he sheaves it. And you hear the sound of a blade being drawn and a swift blast of wind before the blade is clicked back into its sheath again, and this sand monster just explodes. And just sand goes everywhere as this shattering sound just echoes around, and this hand axe goes tink, 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 tink.
Naturally, I have my back turned to it when this happens.
Yeah,
Well then.
Gun's looking pale. Since the last time that something like that happened, she ended up bleeding out on the floor of God's temple. She's got a bad history with swords being quickly drawn.
I assume our health reduction does not dissipate on its own.
The what, sorry?
I assume that the health reduction, like the max HP, does not go away.
No.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad does it feel?
Doesn't feel like anything.
Okay, I'm gonna check the skeleton out then.
Yeah. All right.
Go retrieve my hand axe.
Yep. So, in the interior, you see the skeleton, which is fallen apart a bit now as the sand has been pulled out from underneath it. But there is the small purse. There is the potion in their hands, and one of their fingers has a ring on it.
Well, I'll take a look at the pouch first.
Yeah. The pouch has a bunch of gold in it. 110 gold.
I'll put that pouch on. Does the ring feel magic?
It does. And the ring itself is it's a loop, and the interior of the loop looks to be like amethyst. It's sort of got a groove cut into the inside, into the loop, and it's filled with amethyst. It's like a silver loop.
Okay. I would like step out of the ship for a second, like toss it over to Tristan.
Well, I would have been like heading over towards you anyway, because telekinesis 10 minutes. I'm just rummaging through things with my mind.
Well, you'll be close enough for me to toss it to you then.
I like
It
that.
stops in midair and just floats into my hand.
Charles Xavier.
And I'll go retrieve that potion as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Give it a good
So
sniff.
grab the potion. So the potion is like a sky blue color, and it has what looks to be like a chunk of jellyfish in it.
Ooh.
Tasty.
Can I take a little?
Yeah. You feel like you might be able to breathe underwater.
Oh.
This is a potion of water breathing. But clearly the person that was trying to open this drowned before they could get it open.
Oh, that sucks.
It's a shame. How much gold was that again?
110.
Cool.
Right. Well, Gun, earlier when you mentioned you might want a nap. I mean, it just whenever you're ready, really.
Are you feeling tired, Tristan?
No, I mean
Good.
I'm feeling pretty great, and
Do
just
you
like
need a blankie?
just-
Tilly, you want to punch Tristan just to see what happens this time?
No, that went really bad last time.
Can I use telekinesis on myself to make me float? Just
Yeah,
out of range.
I mean-
Sweet. For 10 minutes, I'm just going to be floating out of
You're
anyone's
gonna
range.
Magneto, like.
Wait. Yeah, but you do make yourself restrained doing it.
Oh, I don't do it then. But
If you restrain yourself in a cool pose, though.
You're T-posing around.
But it does say I move things with my mind, so I technically still could do it, right? But don't
You could do
restrain my
it.
mind.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it. You're just like stuck in one pose the entire time.
Just glitching video game, just T-posing the whole way.
Yeah, T-posing around.
I mean, he could move his clothes, including him inside. It would just look like.
Yeah, it's like being picked up.
How far can we push this one spell?
It's telekinesis, so.
It's telekinesis, Kyle.
Can we see the sky to see how late it is?
It doesn't really change here. It's pretty much dark all the time.
Yeah. I don't suppose we can just figure out how late it is. Body clocks, science.
By this point in time, I don't think they've discovered the circadian rhythm.
Okay. Well, I guess we could bed up for the day,
Do
night.
you feel tired?
I'm always tired.
Until it doesn't. I'm nearly full health.
Not you, Susie Gunn.
Gun's always tired. We could
Right.
camp in the ship, I guess. It's covered.
I mean,
It's
I could
wood.
still throw up the tiny hut,
How
because then
about
only things that we want can pass
in
through.
the hut in the ship?
I was thinking the same thing. I can do that.
All right.
Am I doing that?
Let's do that.
Let's
Oh.
do that.
I'll take first watch because I'm fine.
I can take second. I'm also okay-ish.
Okay.
Other than the reduced hit points, I'll be fine after I wake up.
Will you?
You don't know about that.
Maybe.
Yeah, you don't know.
Dies in sleep. Hero's death.
Did it now?
No heroes die in their beds.
I'm not in a bed.
Jamie. A witcher never dies in his bed.
No, we're supposed to like each other in that one. Come on.
Yeah,
stop.
look how long that lasted. It was like 2 sessions before we started shitting on each other.
It's just because you two don't actually like each other.
No, I hate him.
Yeah, behind the scenes, people don't
Alright.
realize.
So, for the sake of brevity and the fact that you are in an impenetrable bubble inside a ship, that you can paint the bubble to be the same color as the inside of the ship, your watches all pass without incident, unless there's anything you would like to do during this night cycle.
Good.
I would like to get the magpie back.
Okay, you get the magpie back.
Oh, somebody needs to spend some time with that ring.
And
Oh,
she
yeah,
may-
you give it to me, so no matter what.
Yes. Well,
Are you gonna spend time with it, or do you want to just know what it is?
I mean, we're gonna take a rest, so
yeah, you'll know what it is.
Identify anyway. It's whatever.
Well, identify does help you a bit in this instance,
ooh.
because this
It was cursed all along. Ah.
Who dibs?
Ta-da!
What is it? What is it?
What is it?
Tell us.
What is it?
Oh, there it is. Oh, damn, dude, yes. I'm having it.
No. What is it?
I've only just noticed what it was. Like, I was like, Ring of Spell Storing. Actually, maybe in any of the casters, really.
There's a ring of spell storing, and because you identified it, you know what spell is currently inside it. It has Warding Wind inside it.
Can anyone cast it? No.
Yeah, anyone can cast anything from the spell. That's why it's so good.
Mhm.
Because you can have your wizard put spells in it and give it to your rogue or your fighter or whoever, and then they can cast the spells out.
I will say, as a warlock, I can pretty quickly store a spell, then short rest and get the spell back. And then it automatically is a 4th level cure wounds, which could come in handy in your
Yeah.
case.
Can we tell what limit the spell slot there is?
Oh yeah,
It's standard ring of spell storing.
I don't know what that is. I read it earlier, but I forgot.
It's up to 5 levels of.
Okay, well, in that case, I can give you a greater invisibility into the ring. if it was to go to Tilly, I could give greater invisibility.
I
You
feel
could
like we
also
can make
put-
better use of it than that.
You can also
I
put
like-
5 first level spells in it, or you can put.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea of it being a ring of extreme first aid, where it's just
Well,
like
you
a.
You can change it each time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that idea.
But you'd only find out what it is after the long rest, I assume, or are you identifying it before you take the rest?
I was casting Identify there and there.
Okay,
Cool.
so you'd be able to put something in it tonight and then still have your spells in the morning if you want to.
If we do put healing on it, I think it would be a good idea for someone who can't cast healing anyway to have it.
Yeah.
By the way, it does require attunement, just to be clear.
Yeah, I see.
I'm just trying to figure out whether or not you can put a concentration spell in and then what the concentration issue is. Is it like
No,
Glyph of Warding?
you cast the spell.
So you have to still concentrate
Yes,
on it.
you
Right. So
can't
it's not
make
like
it.
So it's not like Glyph of Warding where it kind of just happens
Yeah,
for the duration. Right.
because Glyph of Warding casts the spell, whereas you cast the spell out of the ring.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
It says, while wearing this ring, you can cast any spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, does that mean if Gun would wear it, I'd have to be present to cast the ring out of...
No. You cast... So...
Oh,
who's
I cast
wearing
it. It has to be worn by spellcast, by the person casting.
No. The person wearing it casts the spell. When it's you, it's the item is saying you. It's the person wearing it
And
casts.
they
Yeah.
have then the concentration checks
Mhm.
to...
Yes,
transfer.
it is the DC attack bonus and everything of the person who casts the spell into it.
But you can do that even if you're a non-spellcaster.
Yes, because
Right.
even though you're casting the spell, it's not your spell. You just nicked it.
You're just the conduit from
It's
which
like a
the
delayed
magic is
cast.
expelled.
It is a delayed cast. Yes, it's a very cool item. I do like it.
Well, if you have Identify, I have 1 first level spell left. And I can do a short rest during my watch.
Well,
I
you can't
also
do a short rest during a long rest, unfortunately.
Mhm.
You can't do a short rest
Oh.
during a long rest.
I also have access to any of my spell levels. I don't have all of them, but I could, in theory, put what spell level is already in there?
2. So it's got 3 left currently.
Right.
And you'd need to cast the spell to get more into it.
That's what I'm saying though. Like since we identified it before the rest, we could do it on the rest and then have it ready.
Yeah, but you only have 3 levels in it right now. You can't put a 5th level spell into it right now.
So it's either 3 first and then so on.
You cannot, in this edition, you can't clear the spell from it. You can't be like, rub it out. You have to use it.
Does anyone have any
got-
ideas as to what to put into it?
I've got Fly, Haste, Remove Curse, Fireball, Misty Step, Blur, a bunch of like first levels that can go in. I'm a wizard. I have so many spells, like so many spells.
So what are you putting in? What's going into this ring? 3 levels to choose from.
Well, I mean, I could put anything from slow, hypnotic pattern, fireball, counterspell, invisibility, blindness, deafness,
Counter spells.
healing word, fairy fire.
Depends who's going to wear
Also,
it.
so is hypnotic pattern.
Yeah, who's going to wear it though?
I think it
I'm
should
pretty
be.
full up on attuned items.
I think it should be Tilly. You're muted.
You too, buddy.
I'm also full on attunement, so if I'm going to wear it, it needs to be more useful than something I'm attuned to.
I have 1 slot open. I guess Hagen also has slots open.
I didn't check what my attunements are. I think I'm fully attuned.
What have you got?
Cloak of Displacement,
Weapon of Wounding,
and
boots. I don't think the Weapon of Wounding is...
attunement.
Most
I'll check. It's open.
Oh, you've got it open. Okay, you can check them.
Requires attunement. So,
What about the boots? The boots might not.
I can't just search in spider boots. Boots of. I still think a non-caster is probably better because that means that I have my concentration slot up and another person's. Yeah, they require attunement, so I'm fully attuned.
What was your last one? Braces of Defense.
Yes.
I think they definitely require.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only got 2 attuned items.
Good constitution as well, so a concentration spell would work well.
meta game.
And
Just for a second, can we table talk on this one?
Hey, you're already doing it.
Yeah. If you rage, you can't concentrate on a spell, so we can't do concentration spells.
True.
You can't cast a spell, in fact. So
Wait, can you concentrate on the spell while you're
no, you can't. You drop.
On that subject, though, if I take it, I could give my Ring of Thunderous Anathema to Gun. Because Gun gets punched a lot.
Yeah, that is true.
Also, I don't know if the damage is ever going to be worth it for Gun. Like, over just hacking and slashing.
Is it AoE that you had it?
Yeah, 5d8, 15 feet sphere.
That's like if that's 5d8 to each, like a save each, then that's multiplicative. That's huge.
Yeah, and you get a charge whenever you take damage from a creature, I think. Which does mean that I like miss getting charges in it a lot because I of mobility, evasion.
It's hostile creatures, to be clear. You can't just be like, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself.
Would it
Tristan
be
and Gun are hostile.
I mean, one thing I could do is like drop the attunement on, the Scarf of Mind Shielding, because I don't think that's going to come in handy any point soon. But like, might as well try and fill someone else's slots up first.
Well, do you want to do
Considering
swapsies then,
he's
Tilly?
just grinning right now, I'm not entirely sure that's a good idea.
Yeah, keep that
No,
thing on.
that was a GM grin.
Sure, I can hand the Ring of Thunderous Anathema over to you.
Because, I mean, Gun gets hit a lot. She's up front. She headbutts things.
If you're surrounded, I guess, as well, like, because you can only hit so many people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it then, I guess.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Do we want to just drop like a level 3 heal in it for now?
Could do. I mean, there's plenty of other spells to choose from, so before we hand it over...
I don't have...
Oh, true,
Tristan can do 3rd level
healing word, yeah.
healing word, which is better.
Because it's distance, yeah.
I could do a 3rd level healing word then.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Other options are I can haste you. I can make you fly. So there are other options that could.
The problem
Fly in
with
the sky.
haste is that I miss most of my attacks.
That's you, not your character.
And
Is
not
it?
haste.
Huh?
But yeah, we have got 3rd level healing word that we could put in.
I think that'll do it to us like pretty. I mean, we could always do it while healing.
Man, you can always use it and put something else in later, but for now.
Probably 3 1st level healing words rather than 1 3rd level. That way you can help multiple people.
Yeah, okay.
We'll do that then.
So it's got a warding wind and 3 1st level healing words in it.
We all do have that unfortunate habit of falling unconscious multiple times.
Who got knocked out today?
What?
Sorry? That was a strange
has
wind
2
through
legs?
this shit.
Yeah,
It's leg,
So,
usually.
as you awake in the morning, your maximum hit point totals have not been restored.
Yikes.
Cool.
Also, we couldn't. You said we couldn't particularly feel it, right?
No, you can't really feel it. You just feel shorter. You feel like butter spread over too much bread.
There it is.
So it isn't like an urgent, oh god, I feel like I'm withering away panic.
No, you feel like Bilbo Baggins at the beginning of Fellowship of the Ring.
Okay.
You feel thin.
I have, however, dropped from 87 to 50.
Oh,
that's good.
that is unfortunate. So I will attune to the ring from
I'll
Tilly.
also tune to my ring.
So you need to give us those items too.
I will, yep.
Topsies.
Swapsies.
Anyone else
Oh,
feel
Good
it?
has 2 rings now.
Yeah. So is there any like discernible?
Please note, you only have a maximum of 2 rings that you can wear.
That are actual fighty rings. I've got decoration rings. She's like Mr. T.
Yeah, I do actually have lots of jewelry on. This is the thing I always forget when I like envision Tilly.
Oh, wait.
She's blinged up to shit.
Hell yeah.
Shoot, the armor recharges with 5 charges.
Okay, you don't need to tell me.
Well, I just felt like it, okay?
Being
I trust you.
honest.
I trust you.
That's your first mistake.
It's the foundation of any good D&D group is trust.
Is it?
Yes.
Fanatic devotion to the Pope.
What?
Death's fault.
So, you awake in the morning feeling somewhat refreshed, in some cases not less refreshed than others. You are dry for the first time since you got here. So, what would you like to do?
Just a couple more trees, yeah? Is that-
Just a few more trees.
Couple more
Counted.
trees.
We've been across 215 trees.
Yeah, it's just a few more.
It's like a metaphor.
The real trees are the ones we saw on the way along.
Look, Namari, I
Decided
feel
not.
like you just can't see the forest for the trees right now. You're just so focused on them.
It's a
I
jungle.
feel like you're backing up the wrong one right now.
I swear to God, rocks falling you.
Thanks.
No,
The
wait,
water.
scratch that. I'm rocks falling me. Let me out. Help. Help. So, you begin making your way towards the water.
Yeah.
Donnie got it. There we go.
Okay.
Why is he rolling so many dice?
Because I keep rolling the same numbers.
It's a lot of dice.
Don't worry, it's not a lot of dice. It's the same roll
Damage
multiple
dice.
times.
He's just rolling until he gets what he wants.
Mm.
Also, Stu, just curious, you know Greater Restoration, does it require the diamond to be in dust form?
Yes.
Right, okay, cool.
Do you require water to be on your person to drink it?
I mean, ice cubes.
You got
It's
any
still
diamonds?
water.
Exactly. It's still the same
on your
material.
person.
It's still the same
That's
material.
why I said water does whatever. Okay, so
Does it need to be in dust, or can I just...
I swear to God, I'm going to hit you.
Ow.
It's just a question.
No, I'm not giving you your present.
Oh.
So, now you're feeling like you're beginning to get a little closer to the edge here. The jungle is thinning out slightly. And through the trees, you see you're coming up to what appears to be a ruin of some sort. It's cylindrical with a dome top, about 15 feet tall in total, but it's half destroyed. You can see into the interior here as one half of it that's facing you is just completely crumbled away, and you can see the remnants of it scattered around the floor. It's this sweeping, curved architecture, which is very unlike what you've seen in Calrim, growing up and living your lives there. It's this very long arches, these very 90-degree angle turns, nothing like, it's not Gothic or anything. It's these very long, sweeping, rounded segments here, and these very rounded pillar segments that attach the walls together. And in the center of it, you see there is a pedestal, and on the top of the pedestal is a stone bowl.
Is this looking a bit like the Temple of Kord that doesn't exist anymore?
No, nothing like that, not even remotely similar.
Wasn't there a big bowl in that statue?
It was called holding a big bowl.
So there's a bowl.
That's where we did the
Yes.
fight.
Whose turn is it? Are we taking turns?
I touched the last thing.
I touched the last two
You
things
punched the
before.
last thing. Do you want to punch this one as well?
I mean,
It's
this
a
one doesn't
bowl.
look suspicious, so I've walked up already.
Okay. So the bowl itself appears to be filled with rainwater. However, the rest of this ruin has, over time, and the rain developing on it, it's quite covered in moss and algae, and is streaked with the dirty water that is rainfall. But this bowl is crystal clear inside. It is clean. There is nothing on the interior.
Hell yeah, I climb up into it.
When I say bowl, it's like a bird bath.
Okay.
It's not like a big bowl. It's like it's like this big.
I'll drink some, fuck it.
Yeah. Tastes fresh and clean and pure.
This is good water. If you're into that, I guess, I'll drink some more.
Yeah.
Does the bird bath water actually get less as Tilly's
Yeah.
drinking?
Hmm. Is that not just rainwater, Tilly? Is that...
It's like crystal clean. Look at the dirty shit everywhere.
I mean, I'd still rather drink out of my water skin.
Watch my face while there, you know.
There.
Yeah.
We all just slept in an incredibly dry pirate ship.
My skin. My moisturizer.
Moisturized. I'll go up into it and look at the bowl of water. Is there any sort of like inscription or anything nearby?
No, but what's your alignment?
My alignment is neutral good.
Okay. There's no form of inscription or anything nearby, no.
I'll just put my fingers in the water. Anything happen?
No. It's cool. It's refreshing on your fingertips. A
Wow,
tall
this is
glass
nice.
of water on a summer's day.
I don't know what to tell you guys. It's just a bowl of water.
Are you gonna break this one as well?
No!
Just asking.
God, you break one obsidian pillar. And fucking...
Well, now we have shards of like lightning bolts.
Yeah, they came in.
I'm not a vandal.
I mean, I didn't say anything.
I wasn't responsible for the temple, is all I'm saying.
I
So
wasn't
stop
referring to
looking at
that.
me
I
like
wasn't referring to anything. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, damn straight.
Correct.
Is there like stairs that continue up past this?
I'll
Nope.
start sitting down and cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
Okay. You finish casting your ritual, and there is the faintest trace of magic from the bowl.
Bowl's
Very-
magic, by the way. You didn't drink of it, right?
Of course I did. We follow magic stuff all the time.
Can I pig, like, body scan Tilly? Little drop
mean-
of magic left.
There's like magic all over Tilly because
Yeah,
they're
I know, but,
wearing a bunch
you
of
know.
magic items, but no, there's nothing.
Is it the water or the bowl?
Both. You see, the bowl has now filled back up with water because it's raining on it.
Let's just turn to Hagen, Namari, and Tristan. You three are magic fuckers. What? Look at it. Poke it.
How can I fill a water skin on that?
I have a theory.
I'm
Yeah,
a
you can
fraudster, so
Shut up.
You fill up your water skin from it. There's very little left in it at this point.
I just feel like whatever ends up in the bowl is probably cleaned. That's my guess. Cleansed, possibly, because it looks fresh water to everybody else, and it's rainwater from around here, so it could be, it could have all sorts of crap in it. But it seems not to. My assumption is it just purifies whatever's in it.
it is a cleric spell. I can do it as well, and it might be. This is a form of temple. Or temple.
I mean, if you want, I'll identify it. You just said that it was just a bowl, so it wasn't going to do anything. But I will. Yeah, I put a hand on, identify. Not ritual.
Don't know what identify does.
Um,
But in the case of non-magic items,
yeah, it just is.
you can tell when I'm looking up a spell because look at my face.
Which face? I can only see a bright white canvas.
So this is not created by any spell. The magic on this bowl seems to be that it purifies any water put into it.
Chicken.
Should be noted that this was cast from an arcane source, not a divine source.
Okay, well, that is at least something.
You want to keep looking around?
Yeah, while the detect magic is on, I'm just wandering through.
There are no other sources of magic around.
I will also
Okay.
refill my water skin with the bowl's water. Just
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, would you wait till it refills, or would you empty it?
what is in my water skin originally?
No, you're the bowl.
I'd probably wait for it to refill.
Okay.
Just in case it works that way. I don't know.
So,
Can I just be looking around like nearby while we're waiting?
Yeah, same.
So nearby, it's very jungly. There's vines growing over parts of the ruins. It's wet. It's raining. You're wet. Your sudden.
I keep using prestidigitation to stop that.
It's like trying to block a broken dam with a cork, but
I remember that I own a parasol and take that out of the bag of holding.
You do, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just happy about having a white-brimmed hat.
I'm still stood near Tristan as the tallest member of the party.
So I'm constantly the one that's been bumped into by a brolly.
God.
Nice.
Poked in the eye.
It's like a kid on the high street just jabbing you in the leg constantly with a brolly. So,
Are we gonna keep moving to the shore then?
I guess
Yeah.
so.
Why not?
Fair enough. Everyone filled up the waters. Come on.
Everyone has.
has everybody filled up their water?
Yeah, me too.
No? You're not doing it?
Should do it.
No?
No.
Don't want to waste a spell on the purify thing, so yeah.
When you fill the water back up, do you wait for it to refill? Or do you empty it?
Someone should not wait. I feel like that would be really.
Yeah, we're out of character, being very patient.
It's just it's just if you have a water, like literally physics, if you have a water skin, it's easier when you pour it under when it's pouring in. So
Since
can't
when have we
really-
cared about physics on this show?
with a water skin, you can't really empty the thing anyway.
Since when have we cared about physics on this?
Always.
That means one of us.
Anyway, should we move on from this scene that we've spent far too long on?
Mhm.
All right. So, moving forward now, you never get, well, you do get towards the shop, but what you see as you're making your way there, you begin to see blue paint and feathers once more.
Oh,
This time it seems more aggressive. It's not the flowing lines, it's sharp. It's like teeth and claws.
These might be the more fightier cousins
Maybe.
of the folks we saw before.
What, did
Either
they-
that or now, like, the shapes maybe mean something else, because, you know, the patterns, like, last time the colours were kind of
Mm.
amorphous, weren't they? So,
What did they warn us about? What was it called?
they mentioned something about Tacanic or something, but never really explained what it was.
Yeah, Takani.
Well, we know the direction we're headed. We should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you think these are like just random things, or do you think these might be language?
I mean, it's some sort of communication. I think with how aggressive it is, it's meant to be noticed, so I'd assume warning.
Okay.
And it leads off sort of like a slight angle to where you're going. It's not like directly ahead, it's sort of like over that way.
I think we don't mess with people we don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
But did they not kind of point us in the direction of more of?
I mean, it might be wanting not to go that way. That's where they live and don't want to be disturbed.
Either that or it's a signpost for this is the safe way through the jungle.
They didn't say not, so
Mm.
What did they say about
People.
stones?
White.
white stones.
Oh, look, is there any anything to that symbology?
No, not that you can see. The one thing that you could see that would similar to white stones would be the ruins you just went through, which were the same color stone to the sunken ruins that you saw at the top of the tree. And that was the closest to white you've seen.
So unless they meant that, or there's white
Yeah.
stones further on.
Because I'm just thinking of that now, so...
Let's go up this way where the paintings are, and just be careful.
All right. So as you follow the paintings, you begin to see more markers, and they're very aggressive markers. Are these? They're almost like there's like a tree that looks like it's been almost like palisaded with like sharp spikes around it, and you see a couple of skulls, distinctly humanoid-shaped skulls, hanging from a tree. And then you come to the end of the path. And here there is an entrance to what seems to be a cave. And it sort of sticks out of the ground a bit as the ground sort of comes up to meet this cave entrance here, and it's painted all around with these, all around the entrance here with these imageries of like teeth and claws, and there's like splashes of blue paint.
Is there anything that seems to like wings, like a winged creature is here?
No, there's no feathers around this area, but parts of it are splashed pink as well.
Okay, so I'm sort of just interpreting here that this is something that they dislike, and this is warnings to stay away from here.
Probably.
Maybe not that this is aggressive, but for us to not go here, I think.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe something big, bad, and toothy lives in the cave.
If you want to know what's inside, I can send in the magpie. There's a chance if it notices the magpie, it will come out to check on whatever.
To be clear, with the direction this cave is pointing, it is pointing to, like, the entrance is here and the direction towards the shore is behind it.
Right.
Can we not walk around it?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just giving you a cardinal direction. It's pointing south is this cave entrance.
So it's maybe a potentially direct route or walk around. But then again, cave systems might not be direct routes.
I bet you 100 gold it's not a direct route.
But we'd have to go down there to find out.
I mean, I feel like we're probably going to go down there.
Maybe.
Because I was out here sort of, because I figured there would be a lot of adventure. I didn't expect that, we would be vandalizing the lightning things. But, I'm okay with that too. So part of me just deep down inside says, we're probably going to be in there. That's not divination magic, that's the betting man in me.
So, I mean, maybe the smart option is see if we can feasibly get round before making the decision. See how easy it would be to do the potentially long way.
Sure, we might as well, know all our options before we choose something.
Yeah, before we go underground again.
Yeah.
Is there any stories I need to know about using underground?
We freed a dwarven hold from the grips of a centuries-long curse.
That was not my fault this time.
No, that
We
curse
did a
wasn't.
good thing.
Yeah.
We did a good thing this time.
I feel, though, that is telling that you immediately went on defensive. I'm going to note that.
She does that, though.
But with a good reason.
Okay, so maybe we see. Can we see beyond? Are we now within eye line of the?
No, of the shore. No.
Yeah. Who wants to go up top? I'll fly us up top. We can see what sort of terrain we're looking at. Are we looking at cliffs? Are we looking at just thick, dense jungle? Or maybe it's a leisurely stroll beyond just a few trees.
Magpie looking through the eyes 100 feet up.
Okay. The magpie needs to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, because flying. Yeah, good.
That's why I'm not volunteering to go up with 58.
Yeah. 17.
17. Okay. So the magpie makes the save. But the magpie takes 30 halved lightning damage. As they're struck by lightning.
Cool. Well, the good news, it's still alive. It comes back down, but did I see anything through the eyes?
You can see, you're getting closer to the shoreline. You're pretty close to it now. How long do you look through its eyes?
Well, when the lightning strikes, I don't want it to strike again, so I would start having it come down.
Yeah.
but in terms of the terrain to get to that shoreline, how difficult would it be? Was it cliffy?
It's fairly similar to where we've gone. There's a couple of small cliffs by the dips of the canopy, but nothing. Like this entire island is a fairly similar terrain level.
So if we want to avoid the cave, it shouldn't be too hard. It's fairly easy to navigate. I will then send the magpie into the cave, 100 feet.
Yeah. So the magpie goes down into the cave, and it's probably about 50 feet they get in as they go down into it before they start seeing light, as there is this prismatic array here of bioluminescent lichens and mosses and algae and mushrooms down here that just glow in all of these different colors that light up the interior here. You see pools of water on the ground which spark every now and again with electricity as this pathway winds between them.
Okay, the cave is fucking beautiful. There's weird lighty up plants. They glow
Sold.
in darkness.
They will definitely kill us.
Yeah, but they're gonna be pretty doing it.
Optimism.
We can go the safer route, maybe, or we can go the pretty drier route.
I mean, I don't think pretty plants are guns trial.
Yeah, here's the thing. I can't do my trial if I'm dead. So, how about we get to the mountain, do whatever I need to do on the mountain, and when we come back, we can check out the pretty cave.
Good compromise. Like a true paladin, keeping the peace.
Not a paladin.
Yet.
Ever.
Not with that attitude.
You can do it, Gun.
I just start walking over the top of the cliff of the cave.
So it's about half an hour before you start seeing the shore. And when you do, you can see beyond the shoreline, and there's a couple of ruins on the shoreline, but it's just this vast expanse here of this sunken ruin. As you look out across the gap here, this strait between this island and the Isle of Barn. And it's probably we're talking maybe like a mile and a half across to the Isle of Barn of what is essentially open water.
It's wider than I thought this was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
There is no plot boat anywhere, right?
There is no plot boat, no.
Pity.
Damn. Wait. Hagen can cast fly. You can cast fly. We'll just fly over it.
We
We'll
can.
get lightning
We
bolted immediately.
try to stay close to the water surface. We might still get fried.
Good point. Am I still lightning proof?
In a day, right?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay, no, that's a bad plan. Don't like that plan. I'm a good swimmer. I could easily swim a mile and a half.
I mean, flying. Could we fly through the water, occasionally come up for air like dolphins?
No, that's not the way fly works.
I mean, if we can
Where's
somehow...
that mental image?
It's
Stupid
very cool
about
to echo the dolphin.
Think about it. And also,
Yeah.
of course, we do this. So,
Yeah.
so.
And do the dolphin sound as we jumped out.
Yeah.
If we could somehow manage to put together something that could float and fit the four of you, I could turn into a whale and drag us there.
Can't we just ride on your back?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like really cold, turbulent seawater, maybe if things do hit the fan and we all start fighting things, or if I start swimming really quickly and one person loses grip, I feel like, I don't know.
Wouldn't we? I mean, if we cast fly, we'd still be not that far off and stay close to the water. We'd still wouldn't be that much higher than being on a fucking raft.
Yeah, the flying
Still
seems...
stick out. So lightning rod wise, we might
Mhm.
still get frizzled.
How long does fly last?
Now,
Yeah, I'm checking.
An hour.
Up to 10 minutes.
Oh,
What?
10 minutes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
fly lasts for concentration 10 minutes.
Okay.
You can not cover a mile in 10 minutes. A mile and a half in 10 minutes.
Okay, then I suppose
There are
can-
spots sticking out of the water, though, remember? I said there's like those spires sticking out of the water.
Oh, the potion of fly is an hour. Never mind.
And how
Yeah,
what kind of condition is this water in? Is it like
It is turbulent sea. Parts of it keep getting struck by lightning.
and there definitely wasn't like any way we could have brought the boat we came in around the island.
No, if you remember, there was a dangerous reef.
I can.
That potion of water breathing you have is only good for one use, right? For one person.
Yeah, it also doesn't make you like, any better a swimmer.
No, it just means you can breathe underwater.
We can just pick a couple of stones and then walk on the floor.
That would be a lot longer a journey.
Johnny Depp can do it. We can do it.
I don't want to do things he does.
Hey,
Find a
How long
Captain Jack
does that-
Sparrow can do it.
how long does that resilient sphere of yours last? And does it float? And can I push it?
Yeah, it's weightless and you can push it.
As a killer whale, could I just beach or like?
Yes, I'll be honest, when I cast it, I was expecting that sand thing to throw me away. I was prepared for that.
What is this? Yeet.
But I can only fit a single person in it.
Okay.
And it only lasts a minute, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
That was a
If
very fun
we-
image, though.
Just a killer whale like blitzballing Hagen across the sea, like skipping stone.
If we want to do a boat, I can do it, but it would completely drain one of my spell levels. 4.
How can you make
You
a boat?
could
with that?
make a boat.
Fabricate, I can take raw materials and craft them into something made from them.
You
I can
put-
create it. Yeah, I can just take the trees here and then make those trees into like a sheltered.
To be clear, though, you could take the tree and make a trebuchet.
Yeah, but it's
And then put yourself in the resilient sphere.
Just to show you how good the fabricate is.
And not stick a gun in it. And then if we ever need to like siege a castle, like through a tower, and then all of a sudden, ta-da!
Gun became the bullet.
Just something to consider.
It's like gun is just grond.
I don't like the things we're
I
considering.
am the Dan gun.
You are somehow now artilleryman.
with 8 connected 5-foot cubes. I could do 4x2. I could actually just do it in one spell slot.
Let's make a boat.
Would we still want a killer whale in the water around us just in case?
You just want to be a whale, and I'll let. I want you to live your best life.
But I'm also thinking the quickest way to get us across, if we can get something that floats, just
Yeah,
tie it to
Jamie,
the
but we're orca with that.
Sounds killer.
yeah.
You want to get us across with a purpose.
Hey!
We finna have a
was the
good
best.
time.
What are you doing? What's the plan?
I begin casting fabricate using the trees. Create a covered a boat with like a cover so lightning bolts don't. We're not directly in the open. Swords are not sitting like out obvious, and then we can have the polymorph guy go in front of us.
Okay.
I will also take out some rope before I transform.
All right. So you fabricate the boat,
Mm-hmm.
push it out, and it begins sizzling.
Huh.
I may have changed my mind about certain aspects of this plan.
And it begins sparking against the hull of the boat. The interior of the boat, you can see bits of lightning every now and again. It's nothing like super dangerous, but it is conducting the water.
I don't like it whenever I touch my front door and I get like a static shock. I don't want to go in the boat. I've changed my mind.
A quick touch just to see how much this hurts.
It's like playing one of those electric shock games, but constantly.
Oh,
Even with my
That's kind of fun, though.
I feel like it's not fun for a mile and a half.
No.
To start on the boat, like entirely tensed up, you're being tamed for a mile and a half.
But
Yeah.
then again, I would also have blubber. What are the rules for blubber and static?
Can
Can you tase a whale? Is the
you
question
try?
here.
If you can tase a wrench, you can tase a whale.
Wait, now we're officially boycotted by PETA. Fuck.
Good.
I mean, that just feels like an accomplishment.
Fucking
Oh.
finally.
God.
What? No, because
I don't know what is the electroconductivity of blubber. How many?
I'm gonna check.
How many-
European or African blubber?
You said there's these little islands, right, Stuart?
What's that, sorry?
You said there's these little islands that have like the conduit things up, right?
No. What?
You said
No,
there's
there's
like shards and stuff sticking out of the
I thought
water.
it was like stop.
Yeah. No, there's like spires of like ruin just like sticking partially out of the water.
Are they things you could be on?
Mhm.
So could we?
The sturdiness of them is questionable because they've been here for a very long time, but
So could we like fly between them, maybe? Like fly to one, recast, move on.
Are they close enough that we could? Oh no.
what's the electroconductivity of blubber?
I find a question where it said, "Can whales get electrocuted in the same way humans do when a toaster goes in a bathtub?" And the top answer says, "No, whales don't live in or use bathtubs." This is useless.
This is the intellect level we're working on right now.
Accurate.
See, the way that the question was formed, I was like, yes, this could lead somewhere useful. Then,
Oh fuck.
Then the internet happened.
I'm going to say, for the purposes of this, it would take a little more time, but yes, you would get electrocuted as a whale. It would be more painful, though, as your blubber is turned into, like, you know, when you cook bacon and the fat on the outside slowly crisps, it'd be like that.
I have bacon. Never mind. Sorry. I just know what I'm doing for dinner.
Dinner, it's 11 o'clock.
I live my life.
You live your life.
You just
I'm
can't
sorry for me judging it. I'm sorry.
judge me for it. Like,
and there is no
it's
like
so tiring.
bad time. There's no bad time to eat bacon.
Moving back in so we can
Yes,
wrap this up soon.
Let's get back on track. Can whales be electrocuted?
Yes,
So
I'm going to say yes,
Okay.
but slowly.
we're flying between these spires work.
Well, I could also then polymorph myself into a giant eagle and fly for an hour as opposed to 10 minutes.
Oh, do you want to just ferry us back and forth?
I mean, yeah, but the risk of being electrocuted and struck by lightning increases.
I mean, if you stay low, you're probably fine. Like we don't see lightning like zapping the water, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Quite commonly.
Well, I can stab things and open doors. This is what you for.
With telekinesis, I can lift up to a ton. Can I yeet a mile?
Fuck's sake.
You can fast across there, but I'm gonna look like Yamcha when I get there.
But you can feather fall, right?
Yeah, but I think that works downwards, not sideways.
Yeah.
I mean-
I do it as an arc.
You could attempt to yeet someone across the gap. I'm not going to say whether it's going to work or not because honestly, I don't know.
There is no way on this fucking planet that Tristan could mentally throw someone further than Gun could actually throw someone.
Can gun
Don't
lift a ton?
Even. Yes.
I don't think it's that far off.
The benefit, though, is that if they're in Resilient Sphere, they're technically weightless, so...
Oh, I'm just waiting for the day now where we're doing like some strength competition, guns flexing, and then Tristan just walks over, telekinesis, but makes it look like he's doing it. Just to be that guy.
And then
It's gonna happen.
Gun kicks him in the nuts, he fails his con save, and he looks an idiot.
Yeah.
You also can't take damage in the sphere, right?
Yeah, you
Still-
can't take damage.
So it would take a lot of spell slots, and maybe a while. But we could telekinesis people across in spheres.
We could combo this.
Spend a week getting across.
What
damn
level
it.
is
How then does Tristan get across?
He doesn't.
the ring of spell soaring? What level is it?
It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
No, resilience spheres third, isn't it?
Nope, fourth.
Is it fourth?
And for some whatever
Pass the
reason,
ring
it's an
along?
evocation as well.
Don't, everything is an evocation spell in 5th.
Yes.
So, what's happening?
I don't know.
We
could-
have a boat. That's okay. We
You have
definitely
a boat.
have the boat.
The boat zaps us.
You have a boat that's made of the electroconductive wood on this island.
No.
That, as you've been seeing,
The ship. If we head back to the ship, that wood is not wood from this island.
Can we
It's
just
also
put...
super great at driftwood.
It's super big and so far back, and it's in
know.
2 halves.
I know, but you can fabric something from that wood, not from the conductive strays.
And
That's
could
so
we
far
also
back.
just fireball a ton of this sand into glass?
Can we not just like
We
Put-
Minecraft this shit.
put our cloaks on the bottom of the boat and sit on them?
Also that.
And just don't
Right.
touch the side of the boat?
you could certainly try.
I mean, Tristan's going to get electrocuted, but again, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Did we take damage, or is it just really, really uncomfortable?
Is it worse for them because I had lightning resistance?
I'll put the
Fine, you-
cloak on the boat and I'll step on it.
Okay, you put a cloak on the boat, and you step on it, and it's fine.
Yeah.
And then after about 30 seconds, you're like, and you look down, and the cloak is starting to smoke.
Bad idea. And I hop back out again and I take the cloak out too.
There's also the fact that I feel like I should just point out, because it's one of those things where it's blindingly obvious that it's not obvious. The boat is conducive to electricity. Lightning is striking the water.
Oh no, I figured that already.
Yeah, it's one of it's so obvious you assume people have figured it out. So I thought it best to say.
I want to get zapped on this boat. That's where I'm at, personally.
I actually wrote out how the trees are like conductive to electricity and everything. I thought about this.
Does the sand conduct electricity?
Yeah, everything on the island conducts electricity.
Are we not being horribly electrocuted right now?
No, you've got rubber soles on. You got-
Plot hole.
Well, can we
Fucking
just work on our good squats with our rubber-soled boots, apparently?
No, not everything is conductive to electricity. The sand isn't. The
we could,
ground
like-
is earthed.
New plan. I'm going to fabricate a boat, but it's wider and deeper. We're going to fill it with sand and bury ourselves in the sand. And then, Tristan, you're going to get electrocuted while you're pulling us across the water.
That's fair.
It's going to
Um,
sink. It's full of ballast.
No, we've got it half on the back of a whale. It's fine.
And if I dash the entire way there,
What's the speed of a whale?
60.
All right, I'm going to Google how many feet in a mile.
I was trying to figure that out.
5,400 or something, because I checked that considering.
I'll haste you as
I
well.
was doing the exact same
Nice.
thing. I was going to ask, but I didn't want to just be like, yo, give me a spell slot.
It's teleportation circle, right, Tristan?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
but you-
Do
for-
I
need
just
an
fucking
imp.
go home?
You need an imp.
Let's just go home.
we can't even go home. There is no teleportation circle anywhere near where we were.
We've got other places we could go.
Yeah.
So that's almost 8,000 feet to get across.
Yeah, that's doable. As far as my research has said, you're not going to get electrocuted. Whales don't get electrocuted very easily, so
No, they don't get electrocuted very often because they're in the ocean and the ocean is big and lightning doesn't strike. I read that post.
No,
Yeah.
I've been digging on my own. I found a 2003 study on the electrofishing effects and the size of fish.
Just so long as he stays away from toasters, he'll be fine.
So he's not in the bathtub. So.
All right. Do you want 3 weeks to figure this out?
I feel like we're going nowhere really, really quickly.
I don't think we've got this one, Stuart.
Things with
This wasn't even. I
Is there a
didn't plan.
thing?
I didn't plan for this. I was just like, this looks cool. I'm going to put this in there.
Why didn't you plan for us being morons?
If we're going to waste a little bit of time, and we might be here for more than a day trying to figure this one out,
Can
do
I-
you want to practice sheet me in the circle out into the water and see what happens?
Can I just ask you, is there a solution at all
I
that
don't
you
know.
can think of right now?
I don't know.
Cool. That's
I
inspiring.
don't know.
You know what we're all capable of.
No, I don't.
Why would you make this happen?
It's
I had a really good solution for that boat, and then you made it.
Throw me, Tristan! I'll let you slay sphere.
Or we can go back to the bird people, rob one of them of the thing. I turn into a giant
rob,
eagle,
not rob,
stick the
what?
thing, and then.
all right. On that note, we will see you folks in a few weeks, but stay tuned for next week. There's going to be a one shot on this channel. If you have enjoyed this,
Where are the white stones, Stuart? Are they in the water?
it's the fucking ruins. They were talking about the ruins. You can catch up on YouTube. The link will be in chat very soon. You can catch up on all of Susie's D&D shows there, including Bite Club, Grains of Truth, and Kureon, as well as Susie's gameplay and art streams that she puts up on there as well. Please make sure to give Susie a follow because
Stu, calm down. We won't
Don't
like
know.
you when you're angry.
I'm
Okay.
sure I can figure out a reason. For wanting to follow, but please do follow to see this thing.
To see Stu have a heart attack, it's worth it. It's going to be a great show.
Right? If I'm not here in 3 weeks, it's because I've had an aneurysm. But apart from that, thank you very much for joining us for whatever this was this week. It's just me putting things in front of the party and watching as they kill themselves.
It was a very hyper competent fight with the sand dude, and then we get to this.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much. If you did enjoy this, please make sure to follow, like I said. And if you really enjoyed it, Susie does have a subscription button here on Twitch. So if you feel like pushing that, would always be grateful. But aside from that, thank you very much for watching. I won't see you next week, but these folks will. So catch them then. See you guys later.